21-year-old student Jessica Berta is suing her former friend, 20-year-old cashier Jennifer Mayo, for shooting her in the face with a pellet gun. Jennifer says Jessica asked her to do it.
Ms. Burdock, the defendant is a friend of yours, or was a friend of yours.
Was.
And she shot you in the face.
Yes, she did.
With a pellet gun.
Mm-hmm.
Could you step up here? I'd like to look and see where the mark is from that.
I have this scar and an indent in my gum.
Well, the indent in your gum, you don't see. Let me see the scar.
And no feeling in 2 teeth.
Okay, step back. I'd like you to tell me when this happened and under what circumstances.
It happened last year, July 7th, I believe. And we were trying to wake him up, and then we brought him.
Let's start from where were you?
We were at my apartment.
How many people were there?
4 of us.
Did you all live together?
Joe and I did, and we had another roommate, and she was over visiting us.
Go ahead.
And we were looking for cameras to go get developed that day, and she found Joe's pellet gun. And she played around with it, and she pointed it at my face. And I said, "Don't point that at me." And she said, "Well, it's never loaded." And she shot it.
No.
Shut up. Don't speak. Don't speak.
And I remember my hair went flying, and I had this really bad sting, and I covered my mouth. And she was like, "Did that hurt?" And I moved my hand, and there was just, like, blood pouring out, and I started screaming and crying. And
what kind of medical treatment did you need?
I went to the hospital in the ambulance, and then they said that the pellet was lodged too far in my gum to be taken out, so I had to go have oral surgery.
Can I see your medical bills, please?
I also have a picture. There's a police report there also.
Take it away, Miss Mayo. Let's hear you now.
Okay, we had woke up that morning and we had started cleaning her apartment because she had her DHS lady coming to check on the apartment to see if it was all in order. So we were cleaning, and I picked up this pellet gun and said...
What'd you pick it up for?
All of our friends in previous days had passed around the gun to feel the CO2 pressure. That is what I knew it as, a CO2 gun. I had no idea it could carry anything else but CO2.
Shh, shh. Did you hear what I said? So, how old are you?
20 years old.
So you picked it up?
Yes.
How big is this gun? Where was it? Where did you have to get it from in order to pick it up?
It was on a table.
Go ahead.
And so I said, "This is CO2 pressure. You want to feel what this is like?" And she said, "No." I said, "Well, it's not loaded. It can't carry anything but CO2. And so I said, "Here, you want to feel this?" And she said, "Okay, go ahead." And so, and does it hurt? Oh, my God. And we were both hysterically crying.
Miss Mayo, that is such a crock that you just gave me. I believe that this was an accident. Listen to me. I believe that this is an accident, which is your defense, that it was an accident, that you didn't know that it was a pellet gun. But let's examine the circumstances of what you did. You picked up a gun like an idiot. You weren't sure what it was, like a fool. You pointed it at someone like a moron. And then you said to another human being who is a friend of yours, "You want to see how this feels." She's smart enough to say, "No." That's what you said. Then you fudged it a little, because then she said, "All right, go ahead. Shoot me," pointing it in her face. That didn't happen. That didn't happen. No, that didn't happen. What happened was she said no, and you were fooling around because you really didn't think that it had a pellet in it. And even if you did think that it was more than that, you had no intention of hurting her. Who should pay these bills?
I have no problem paying these bills.
Good. Oh, perfect. So then what are we doing here? Good. You do something irresponsible, you have to pay. Our medical bills are $1,278 for your stupidity. I'm tacking on another $2,000. $3,278. That's all. Step out.
Yeah, this is case number 167 on the calendar in the matter of Marin versus O'Neill. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Folks, have seats.
Miss Marin, the defendant used to be your boyfriend, and according to what I've read in your complaint, you claimed 2 loans to him. One to enable him to buy a car, and the second one after he wrecked the car to have the car fixed.
That's correct.
The defendant says that the car was a gift. He did acknowledge in his answer that there was a loan to fix the car, but he said most of that loan was paid back, with the exception of several $100s that he didn't pay back because of an incident involving your current boyfriend. So let's get to the car itself. When was this loan, according to you, for the car, and why?
Well, basically, when we started our relationship in August of the year 2000, and then he has expressed to me how he had a current car at that time, but he wanted a newer car. You know, he wanted to fix his life, so I wanted to help him become somebody. I wanted to help him with our relationship. I wanted to grow it to be something that we can grow into and be with each other.
Get to the car.
Get him on his feet. And when he got kicked out of his house by his parents, so my family took him in, and my brother's my witness. And I had spoken to my family. My family didn't agree that I was going to help him purchase a car.
Your family did or did not?
Did not agree.
We should have listened to them.
They did not agree to that, but out of my own, will, out of my, I wanted to help him out. But by helping him out, with a verbal agreement that he was going to pay back the car. At least half, and I have the papers here.
Pay back the car at least half, did you say?
Yes, at least half of the car. And I have the papers here of when we took out the money from the bank, which is proof of...
You're talking fast. Because you're talking fast doesn't mean I'm not going to dissect everything that you're saying, Miss Marin.
Okay.
So you gave him the money to buy the car.
I helped him
and you said that you want him to pay it back, or at least pay back half.
That was the agreement. That was the verbal agreement.
Give me the piece of paper she wants to show me, please, Bird.
And the part that's highlighted is when we took out the money from the my bank account. So he came in.
Now, just for my own information, why half of the $7,800, Miss Marin?
Because I understood that he didn't have all the money to pay me back. But because his word, he stated to me that he had paid back his mother the full car that his mother had purchased him. And he had told me, Arlene, I promise you, my good word, that because I paid back my mother, I'm going to pay you back what I owe you.
And what did he owe you?
He owed me at least half, which is about $3,500.
He says, and put your hand down, I'm not looking at your direction. It's not that I don't see you. It's not that I'm interested right now in what you have to say. The defendant says that he had a car, and he sold his car to your brother for much less than its value. Now I'm going to ask you a question. Did you buy his car?
No.
You're a different brother.
It's a different brother.
Bought his car. What year car was it that your other brother bought from him?
It was a 91 Honda Civic.
And how much did your other brother pay for the car?
He paid $500 for it.
Is that right?
No, ma'am, that's $300 he paid for it.
Paid $300.
He was originally going to pay $500, but she reduced it to $300 without my knowledge.
Who got the $300?
Her mom.
That's incorrect. He had sold the car to my cousin for $500, and my cousin gave him the money. He had used the money to put stuff in his car, and when I resold the car, my cousin resold the car to my brother for $300. So that's incorrect what he's saying.
Okay, well, she gave me the money for the car, and she's saying that I used the money to put into the car. I didn't have a car at the time to put that money into, so...
You sold this 91 car to a relative of hers. Was it her brother or her cousin?
Her cousin originally, and she did not...
That's what I want. All right. So you sold it originally to the cousin. For how much?
It was for $500.
And how much did she give you?
Shh. Did she give you the money for the car?
No, not the whole $500.
Did she give you some of it?
She gave me some of it.
All right. Don't waltz around me, Mr. O'Neill. Do you understand? Don't waltz around me. Did you agree to pay her back half the cost of this car?
No, I was not going to pay her back for the car because she told me she was going to purchase the car for me as a gift.
She did. When did she say that?
She said that when we were in the room talking with her mother.
Was her mother in favor of that? Of her giving you a car?
No.
No, not originally, not at first, no.
I would say not. How long were you dating before she gave you money to buy this car?
About 3 months, 3 or 4 months.
Why would you even accept a gift?
I was looking for a new car. I was going to go to a used dealership and purchase a car, and she offered to buy me a car to her brother.
Why? You didn't sell the car to a brother, you sold it to a cousin.
Originally, yes.
Right. What I'm asking you is, why would you allow a girl to spend almost $8,000 for a gift for you?
It wasn't even like that. Yeah.
Why?
She was offering it, and I didn't want it at first, and I told her that I wanted to get the car myself. But she offered to do it, and she kept offering, and I just said, okay.
You mean she wore down your morality?
She was offering the car.
She wore down your morality?
No, I was not offering the car.
Yeah, you were. Listen to me. Stop being stupid. You don't make a verbal agreement with somebody to pay back at least half the car. That's not a verbal agreement. You pay back at least half. Either it was a loan or it was a gift. Loan, gift.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
They didn't give me nothing because it was in her account. They wouldn't give me no receipt or nothing.
Yes, they do. Of course they do. You go to the bank, you get a receipt.
They didn't give me any receipt. I was paying the loan back. Right?
I don't care!
And later today,
She played around with it and she pointed it at my face. And I said, don't point that at me. And she said, well, it's never loaded when she shot it.
No.
Shut up. Don't. When did you have an accident with the car?
Really, I believe it was in April, I believe.
You mean as soon as you got it? Try July.
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
Try July.
I'm sorry, it was a long time ago, so I really can't remember.
Wasn't so. How old are you?
20.
It wasn't so long ago. You should be able to remember that. You still have the car?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So, in July, you had an accident with the car.
Correct.
Between April and July, did he make any payments to you?
At that time he was working.
April and July, did he make any payments to you?
No.
He was supposed to.
That's correct.
So in July, he had an accident with the car. And how much did it cost to fix it?
It cost about between $800 and $900.
How much did you borrow from her?
$1,200.
Now, why did you lend him another $1,200?
That's incorrect. The loan was for $3,000. He took all that money. I have it right here. There's the loan papers, and this is the outstanding for the insurance. It's a total of $3,800 that he owes for the loan, and he owes the whole loan.
Did you take $1,200 or $3,800?
We took a loan for $3,800.
For what?
On the title of my car. I used my title to take the loan out once the car was purchased.
Right.
So we pulled the loan out under her name, and she gave me $1,200 of that.
Oh, just a second. So you took the loan out, and the car is collateral.
Correct.
Is that right?
That's correct.
And who's the car titled to?
Me.
How much did you pay back?
I paid her back about $800. I was paying her at the end before she broke up with me, and I was paying her a couple months after.
What did you do? You took out $3,800 on the car. Who got that money?
Well, we
Who?
did,
No.
but she gave me $1,200 of it to use to fix my car.
And where went the other money?
We took a vacation to St. Augustine.
You did. Where else? What else did you spend the money on?
I don't remember. I know we gave some of money to her mom. She said that she wanted to give money from that loan to her mom as a gift. I believe
That's incorrect. I never used any of those $3,000. He used it all on his car. He bought a wing for the car, he bought a radio, whatever else he bought, he used it all on the car. I never used any of that money.
What is its current value? Do you know?
Probably about $3,000. That's the value of the car in the Blue Book.
The value in Blue Book on the car, if you see on the loan papers, is $4,700.
And when was it $4,700?
A year ago.
Well, I'd like to know what the current... Do we have a Blue Book? Pat? We'll wait for you, Bert. Do you want to see if you can pick up a Blue Book for me?
Sure thing.
I have a very easy way to... You're going to get rid of this car. Pay off the loan. That's very easy. The car's going to be sold. I'm going to create an order that you will, within 5 days, turn the car in to the loan company.
Yes.
Pay off the car, see what the Blue Book value is, and that's it. Then you're finished.
But I sold my other car to hold Brenda.
I don't care! What? Say it standing.
That car is not worth anymore what the value of the car is.
I'm going to check the Blue Book.
Because when we purchased that car was in mint condition. That car was it's got a different engine.
Now, all the parts,
from what
the
I
radio
hear,
and everything.
that car is run down.
Maybe.
He has it all in his garage.
That's your problem. If she's going to be stupid, do you think that the courts are going to worry about that? I'm trying to at least make her as whole as I possibly can, because I think that his actions are unconscionable. But she made him a gift of this car. There isn't a question in my mind about that. She did not, and if it was a loan, she would have had a loan paper, something in writing, not some nebulous, he'll pay me back at least half, and then when he doesn't pay her anything, April, May, and June, she lends him another $3,000 on her name. I mean, that's stupid.
Now, I was paying back the loan, okay, and I had forgotten her account number, and I called her to receive the account number so I can pay it, because I didn't want to see her for the loan, because we were broken up at the time. And she wanted me to give the money to her boyfriend to pay the loan back, and I wasn't going to trust that, because at the time her boyfriend was threatening me.
Oh, be quiet. Could you find the line here, Bert? I really don't read this thing well. And find it in the worst condition.
24, 25.
Your Honor.
What?
there's more to this than just the car itself. I mean, we took him in. As a family, we took him and we gave him...
He got kicked out of his house
we
by his
we gave
mother.
him a home. You know, he betrayed us. And not only... I know my sister did wrong, because we didn't agree with her, the decision, in giving him that money.
Where'd you get the money from, by the way?
I got, because I have cerebral palsy, and then I got the loan. Well, it's not a loan, it's an annuity payment, because my father sued the doctor that delivered me.
Don't be so generous with your money.
I know.
How much money did he pay back? He says he paid back $800. Is that right?
No, he
He didn't pay back anything. I can show you proof. I'm the one who's paying those loan payments.
Just a second. Show me proof that you gave her $800.
I didn't give it to her directly. I was paying the bank, and I was giving the cash to the bank. Now, I was paying the bank back.
Bank gives you receipts if you pay cash.
No, they didn't give me nothing because it was in her account. They wouldn't give me no receipt or nothing.
Yes, they do. Of course they do. You go to the bank, you get a receipt.
They didn't give me any receipt. I was paying the loan back.
Then you're as stupid as she is. Then you're as dumb as she is.
And if I could also add that she wanted the money that so bad that she actually made an attempt to make a false statement on my father's credit report and filled out a credit card application. And she didn't receive this letter, so she wrote another one to see if she got the letter, and we got this one.
Who cares?
What is he talking about?
It has her address and her name on it.
Who cares? What does that have to do with the money that you owe her?
Because she was trying to get the money from me, so she was making an attempt to get money from my father.
You were hiding from us.
And I did not make any attempt to get anything from
There's her address and my father's name on there.
Because you lived in our address.
Listen to me. You're going to sell the car because you didn't make the payments like you were supposed to. $3,000. If you get $2,000 for the car, it still means you owe her $1,000. You've driven the car for a while. I hope you've enjoyed it. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,000 plus an order that the car is to be sold forthwith, and the money is to be remitted to her. The other $2,000. Thank you. That's all.
Excused. You may step out.
After she broke up with me, I just left her, and now she's coming back to get my car.
It's what he did to us as a family who took him in when his own family didn't want him.
I heard her talking in Spanish with her boyfriend to get again and kick my sons.
His mother and his father both threatened me.
She's a liar, she's a thief, and she committed a lot of fraud.
I have done nothing to them.
She will go to jail, I promise you.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Burdock versus Mayo, step forward, please. This is case number 296 on the calendar in the matter of Richter versus Parker. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Ladies, have seats, please.
Miss Richter, you and the defendant were best friends, according to the complaint that I've read. You claimed that you made a series of loans to her. She did not pay you back. As a result of that, you didn't have enough money to allow your daughter to be on the cheerleading squad. Ms. Parker says that you always made more money than she did. You were best friends. There was never any loan. You did things together, and you paid for it because you had more money.
Yes.
How long have you been friends?
Approximately 8 years.
And tell me about the first loan that you claim to have made.
Well, the first loan, I was approached in May of 2001. Debbie needed to attend a wedding out of state, and her credit cards were maxed out, so she needed to use mine to purchase the tickets for the airlines.
Who was supposed to go to the wedding?
Debbie and her daughter, Jessica.
Only the two of them?
Yes.
Was this
correct.
a wedding that you were supposed to attend as well?
I was approached about attending the wedding a few months earlier, and I had let Debbie know that I would not be unable to attend.
At the time you put her tickets on your credit card, had you already told her that you weren't going to the wedding?
Yes, I had already told her weeks before that I would not be attending.
And how much were those tickets?
The airline tickets were $500.
Let me see. Did you ask her to put your airline tickets on her credit card?
I told Cheryl that I wasn't going to be able to go to the wedding because I didn't have enough funds, and she offered to help me, but not with the understanding that I would pay her back. Cheryl has always helped me in the past, and if there was ever agreement to pay her back, I always have.
So you tell me your version of how it came about, because now I understand that she actually did pay for the tickets, and I want you to tell me how it came about.
How it came
Look
about,
at me.
Yes. How it came about was that myself and my daughter, Jessica, we were going to go with Cheryl and Lauren back to my niece's wedding. While we were back east, we were going to also go to New York, hang out, have some fun, and we've gone on vacations many times before. When the time came closer to purchase the tickets, Cheryl did tell me that she could not go. I think she had something going on with her daughter, but it wasn't very early on in the planning. It was fairly close, maybe a month or two before we were going to go.
A month or two is not very close. Not the last minute, as you indicate in your answer to me. Say at the last minute she canceled out. She did not cancel out the last minute. She canceled out at least a month before.
It could have been a month before.
She didn't cancel out. She said, I'm not going. Go ahead.
Right.
And you said?
I said, okay. And I hung up. Went on with my couple of weeks before I was getting ready to go. When I was going to make airline arrangements for myself and my daughter, I found that I did not have the funds at that time. And I called Cheryl and we talked. She offered to put this...
No, talking. Tell me what you did when you called her.
But it wasn't unusual for us to call each other.
You just told me you called her.
Right, I called her. We talked on the phone.
What did you say to her and what did she say to you?
We probably said, how's Lauren doing? I don't remember the exact conversation, word by word, but I did tell her that I didn't think I was going to be able to go because I didn't have the funds. Cheryl offered to put it on her credit card.
Okay, and you have to pay her back.
This isn't unusual.
No good deed is... Be quiet.
In the past, if she has ever lent me any money, I have always paid her back.
Listen to me, my dear. Listen to me, my dear. This was your niece's wedding.
Yes.
Your answer suggested that this was a wedding that you were both supposed to go to, that at the last minute she canceled out. She had put all the tickets on her credit card. She said, I'm not going. But for the fact that you were going together as a group, you wouldn't have gone at all. That's not really what happened. What happened is she gave you plenty of notice. I'm not going to the wedding. I have something else to do. A month or two in advance. You were going to put it on your credit card. You didn't have enough credit on your credit card. You pick up the phone, you call her. Because that's what you just started to tell me.
Yes.
You have to pay her back. What's the next loan for?
After she returned from the wedding, approximately a week later, she called me and told me that she needed to borrow some cash to pay bills either towards her rent or utilities or what have you. She needed $500 and wanted to know if I would be able to lend that to her. I said that I would, and outside of the airline tickets, there's the hotel expenses on there as well when she went to the wedding. And I went to her house and I brought her a check, and she still told me that she would be paying me back within about approximately 2 months.
Do you have a copy of that check?
Yes, I do.
May I see it, please? Okay. Let's hear about it, Miss Parker.
Up until right now, when she just handed you the check, I did not remember that. I did not remember about $500. I was going to come here and tell you I didn't owe it because I didn't remember.
Yeah, I see in your answer that you say that she never gave you any cash. Okay. What else?
Then after that, we went to a concert.
After that, when?
September, Labor Day weekend. The four of us. I purchased all 4 concert tickets and was to be reimbursed for the concert tickets as well as the charges on the credit card and the $500.
How much were the concert tickets?
Each ticket was $56.25, so it was $102.50 for the 2 concert tickets.
What about the concert tickets?
In August, we met at Islands to celebrate my daughter's birthday. She told me that weekend she had tickets to go to a concert, and she invited us to go. We went. She never said anything about paying her back. She was a good friend of mine.
Was a good friend. A good friend doesn't borrow money and
then
not
why
pay
didn't you
it
ever
back.
say anything? I mean, our children talked online for a year, and she never said anything to me about this. And also, they invited us to her house for 4th of July. What was that?
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
I don't have that kind of money either, so I had to use the fundraising.
We could have raised the funds to pay.
You could have asked.
Listen
you
to
me.
me.
You could have just said something to me.
Ladies.
Instead of waiting a year and then doing this to me.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Cheryl Richter claims former friend Debbie Parker owes for several unpaid loans. Cheryl says her daughter can't be a cheerleader until Debbie repays the money.
Miss Parker, let me ask you this question. What do you think
I don't know.
This? Maybe it was because she felt taken advantage of. If you didn't remember...
If she would have just said one word to me like, I need help, can you help me?
Well, when was the first time she told you that she wanted you to give her this money back?
On July 5th of this year,
yes.
I received a letter. I tried to contact her to make some type of arrangements. I was trying to figure out what the heck was going on. She never returned my calls.
And you can't think of any reason that happened.
I was hoping to find out from her why she's doing this to me, why she's standing there lying.
No, there's no lying. There's no lying.
When
you did, in fact, listen to me, Miss Parker. You did, in fact, borrow $500. You said to me, I didn't remember it until I saw the check.
Yes, that's true.
So it's $500, and it's well over a year. You never paid her back. But there had to be something, July 4th, something must have triggered it. I read her complaint. She says what triggered it was she didn't have money to sign her daughter up for cheerleading.
That's correct. And in fact, when we went to the concert in September, first of all, Debbie did acknowledge that she owed the money. She told me she had forgot her checkbook. And she told me that she was sorry that she hadn't paid me back yet. And she was coming over the next night for dinner. And when she came over that night, she was out of checks.
That's not true.
And then I ran into her after that in October, I believe, having dinner and drinks with coworkers. My daughter ran into her at the mall shopping at Christmas. And in April of 2002, when my daughter was to try out for an all-star cheer squad, she went to the practices. She was approached by the coach. She was a year too young for the squad, but because her abilities were up to the level of the squad members, they would make an allowance. Well, I wasn't able to allow her to try out because I found out the cost was $2,000.
$2,000 to try out for cheerleaders?
For the entire year, including travel expenses. They're a top-ranked team in the nation, so they go to Texas and Florida for nationals. It would be for all the training as well as all of the uniforms.
Did you have to come up with the $2,000 up front?
Within a few weeks, so there was no time for me to fundraise to try to raise that money. So the coach called me the day of tryouts inquiring about whether or not she was going to try out. I just told the coach owner that I didn't know. I was embarrassed to tell her that I couldn't afford it.
Okay, so you got irritated. I
got irritated. Plus, Debbie's daughter, Jessica, is on a cheer squad, and she was able to find the $1,500 for her to participate last year and is once again on that cheer squad. Yet I'm saying no to my daughter because of her debt.
Gotcha.
Can I say something?
Sure.
I saw Cheryl, yes, out when I was at a restaurant with her girlfriend. Cheryl came in, no problem. Hey, we hugged. I go, my God, you look great. You just got back from Tahiti. She wasn't angry with me. She didn't say a word to me about any of this.
Something happened. I have a sense that whatever happened...
Maybe it was this whole thing about cheerleading, but let me tell you, please, I didn't pay a penny for her to go on cheerleading. So you should get your facts right.
Talk to me.
I didn't pay a penny.
Did she have a scholarship?
No. I fundraised. I sold entertainment books to get her on the cheerleading squad at her high school. Because I don't have that kind of money either, so I had to use the fundraising.
We could have raised the funds to pay.
No.
You could have asked.
Listen
you
to me.
You could have just said something to me.
Ladies.
Instead of waiting a year and then doing this to me.
Miss Parker, please don't fight with each other. Gone beyond that. Just think about this. She can't fundraise to pay you back.
I understand that.
You understand that. And it's really unfortunate that a friendship denigrated to where we are. I have a feeling it is about the cheerleading. She's told you that she didn't have the money, that she fundraised. You didn't have time to do that. And I assume that it has to do with your kids, because nothing could make a mother get the tentacles out.
I just feel that this debt was not a priority to her. She found
may not have
had
been.
the time and the effort
It may not have been.
But she owes me the money, and it doesn't matter.
She owes you the money.
It doesn't matter if I make more money. It doesn't matter if I make less money. She owes me the money.
You are absolutely 100% right. There is no faster way of destroying a friendship than lending money. Period. I'm much older than you ladies are, and I'm telling you, based upon what I've seen, the one who lends the money always ends up as the bad one. They want it back. It's not a good time. They don't need it right now. Why is she doing this, or why is he doing this to me?
Can I say something, Your Honor?
It's not going to make it any better with her. She wants her money. She's angry. She's entitled to her money. I don't know if you can ever repair. Are you two kids friends?
Not really.
Say no. She says.
I thought she talks to her online.
She doesn't talk to her online. She
doesn't.
Oh, well, that's
you
sad.
haven't? Shh. We just talked. She just talked to her, and I told her about my daughter's medical problem, and she said, what a bummer.
Okay.
I cannot believe that you would sit in here and lie, Lauren. I can't believe that.
I wouldn't be accusing anybody of lying.
She's going to lie that she just talked to Jessica?
You're going to 1, 2, 3.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Cheryl Richter claims former friend Debbie Parker owes for several unpaid loans. Cheryl says her daughter can't be a cheerleader until Debbie repays the money.
Listen, your emotions are hot. It's very sad because the girls aren't friends anymore, and you're not friends anymore. That's what happens when you lend money, when you borrow money, unless you have an agreement. I've always said, if you're going to be a lender, at least put it in writing. Then everybody knows the parameters. Don't be embarrassed. You have to say, listen, Judge Judy Sheindlin said, even though we're best friends, even though we're brother and sister, even though we're cousins, we really should have a writing. That way, everybody knows where they're at. Do you understand? Because they're sad. They're unhappy. They used to be friends. And it is sad. I'm not going to be able to fix it except to say that you're entitled to your money. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,600. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I don't like this because me and Jessica aren't friends anymore because our parents have a disagreement. Well, me and her were like best friends, and I don't know, it's just unfortunate that we're not going to be able to be friends. I really want to be friends with Jessica again. Well, I know it won't happen, but I just want to be friends with her again.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Messerman versus Johnson. Step forward, please.
Pet grooming business owner Linda Messerman is suing her neighbor, camera assistant Peter Johnson, for starting a fire in her kitchen.
Miss Messerman, really the defendant was a friend of yours because you asked him to house sit and pet sit for you when you were going on vacation or someplace out of town. He said he would be more than happy to do that. He would stay in your apartment. You were not paying him for that service. Is that correct so far?
Yes, correct.
That correct so far?
Yes.
He stayed in the apartment while he was there. He did some baking, caused a fire. He says because he didn't know that you had two ovens. One of the ovens you used for storage. And when he lit the other oven, both ovens went on. The other oven went up in flames, causing the fire.
Correct.
Right? And therefore it was an accident. And an accident that is partially her fault because she shouldn't have been using the oven for storage. Is that right?
Correct.
You had two ovens?
I had two ovens, Your Honor.
One of the ovens you used for storage?
Yes, for pots and pans only, and baked goods, because I never use my ovens. I'm a Jewish woman, I don't cook.
I understand that. But he's not Jewish, right?
Yes.
You are Jewish?
No, I'm not.
You're not Jewish?
I'm not Jewish.
So, you see, he thinks that people actually use ovens for things other than storage and filing.
Of course not.
You know that that's ridiculous.
Right. Of course it is.
Tell me about the fire, Mr. Johnson.
I was getting ready to make some cookies and turned on the oven and walked away, and about 2 minutes later the alarm goes off and I walk back there and I'm thinking I didn't have anything in this oven yet, and there's this other thing that's on fire. And I'm like, oh my God, I got an inferno going on. So it was like, I don't have anything to put this thing out with, so I have to call my brother. So luckily, we live next door, and so he brings the fire extinguishers, and we put the thing out. And basically, that's it.
Can I see photographs of the kitchen, please?
Many, many. I have photographs of the walls, the soot, the carpets, the ovens. Just, it's a nightmare.
Okay. Listen, it's an accident. It's really an accident caused by cultural differences, cultural and religious differences, right?
Well, it was very obvious that it was a double oven. I mean...
What she said was absolutely right.
Unfortunately, yes.
It's an accident. He didn't mean to do it, right?
No, of course he didn't mean to, but it was a double oven and he didn't notice.
He's at least partially responsible. You don't keep flammable stuff in an oven.
It's not flammables. It was pots and pans and stuff that I would use in the oven had I actually used the oven.
No. It had to be flammable because it caught on fire. Yeah. Therefore, it's flammable.
Correct.
So there is
I'm
stuff
assuming
here.
There's some plastic or something.
Plastic that caught on fire. Right, that didn't belong in an oven. Okay.
It's my mother's fault.
What I don't understand, Mr. Johnson, is that there are two ovens here, correct?
Correct.
You could have opened up the ovens and taken a look inside.
You know, I really didn't see it.
That's your fault that you didn't see it. One's on top of the other. It's not hiding.
Well, they didn't have like two knobs. I just saw the one, and I figured it was just one oven.
But that was a mistake.
Okay.
It was a mistake that contributed to this fire, right?
I guess.
Well, you feel no responsibility whatsoever?
Well, I feel bad about it, and, you know, I truly do. I feel really bad, but it's like I didn't intend this to happen.
Your responsibility, you believe, is limited to how badly you feel.
No, I feel that I did a bad thing, but it wasn't, like I said, an intentional...
Absolutely not. And she also didn't intend to have the stuff that she was storing in the oven ignite and cause all this damage. It was stupid of her to keep stuff there that was flammable, and it was stupid of you to turn on an oven until you looked in both places and figured out what was in there. Now, Ms. Messerman.
Yes.
You have homeowners insurance?
Actually, my father had been telling me to get it and get it and get it, and I have not gotten it yet. I know.
Well, that's very foolish, Ms. Messerman.
I know.
Now, do you own or rent this apartment?
I rent.
What about the landlord? What is the landlord doing about your problem?
The landlord actually is a whole other story. I have lived there for 7 years, have never had a problem. Now
So
they
he's
want to
letting
evict
you-
me.
Yes.
They think I'm negligent. I had to hire an attorney to keep my home, which is still in progress right now because they're trying to get rid of me because of the fire, thinking that I'm such an idiot that I cause fires.
Well, you're such an idiot because you kept this files and stuff in your oven.
Yes.
They didn't understand this cultural thing.
Right. It's my mother's fault.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, that each of you are responsible for this problem. You, because you allowed a situation to exist in your home that was capable of causing a problem, and you, because you didn't look first. You understand?
Correct.
So you're suing for $3,000, and I'm giving you judgment for $1,500. The other part of it is your fault. Don't put flammables in an oven. You don't have to necessarily cook in an oven, but you don't put stuff in it.
Sure.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you very much.
Number 170 on the calendar in the matter of Garcia versus Terrell. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Ladies, have seats, please.
Ms. Garcia, the defendant is your daughter.
Yes.
Without going into too much history, there did come a time when, according to you, and I believe that your daughter acknowledges that you loaned her some money for two things. First, for a sofa that she wanted.
Yes.
And then a car loan. Then there came a time when your daughter was having some difficulty. She moved in with you.
Correct.
Is that right? With her children.
Yes.
And she put a lot of her stuff in a storage unit that was in your name.
That's correct.
That's her counterclaim. Her counterclaim is that you locked the storage unit and she can't get her property. Right?
Yes.
How long did you live with your mother?
From October 2001 to February 2nd, 2002.
And when did she lend you the money for the couch?
March 2001.
How much did she lend you at that time?
I believe it came to $26 and some odd dollars, $2,600.
When you moved in with her, what happened to the couch?
Well, when I got laid off and moved out of my apartment, she got a U-Haul, she got a storage unit. We moved everything to that storage unit.
Where is the couch now?
From what I've heard last, that she has moved it out of the storage unit and moved it into her house.
Where's the couch now?
In my basement.
Did you make any payments on the couch?
No.
None?
None. We had an agreement that when I got my income taxes back, because I had a whole year to pay on it, I had till April 2002 to pay for it, that I would give her the money for it.
You don't need the couch, do you?
No.
So you're perfectly happy to return the couch to her if she pays the money?
Correct.
That's fine. That takes care of the couch. Now, what about the car? Did your mother lend you money for a car?
We had leased a car, both her name and then my name, and I was making payments. I was late on it because I was laid off, and she knew I was going to be late, and then...
But the car was for you?
Yes. It was for
And
me.
you told her that you would make the payments?
Yes.
And you didn't?
No. I was late.
So what happened?
Well, I asked her for some money to borrow to pay...
Who's her?
I'm sorry, Rebecca Martin. If I could borrow some money, she lent it to me. Then I paid February's, and then when I went in March on a vacation just to Ohio for a couple days, I had a check in my purse in my car for March's payment.
Mm-hmm.
Next morning I woke up and my car was gone. When I got my belongings back, she took the check out of my purse. I found out she took money out of my account, of $26.33 out of my account, one for a car payment and one for my couches. But then she asked for the storage key back, so she wouldn't give me my couches anyway, even though she got the money out
Where's
for it.
the car?
The car is my possession.
Are you using it?
Yes, I am.
I mean, you're using it for basic transportation for yourself?
Yes.
Okay, so you pay for the car. And the storage stuff, you're prepared to give back to her?
That's correct.
So we've taken care of some of the financial stuff. Yes. The car you're going to use, so you'll continue to pay for the car. She's going to give you $2,600 for the sofa. The problem that I have here is that you have children. And I gather that since this incident that happened between you and your mother hasn't seen your children. Why is that?
With everything that... I've had a really rough life living in that household and a lot of abuse that was in the house. And I don't want my children around that. I don't want them to go through what I've went through in my life, so I just rather just keep them away. And then she called Protective Services and told them that I punch them in the face. Took the chance on me getting my kids taken away.
Did you ever hit your children?
No, I don't punch them. I spank my children. I'm not going to lie, I discipline my children.
How old are they?
They are 6 and 3. And I could understand if she was looking out for the welfare of the children. I could get over that. Yeah, she was looking out for the best interest. To sit there and straight up lie
to get a chance on, my daughter was pulled out of gym class to be questioned. She was upset about that, and I...
When you hit your children, where do you hit them?
I hit them on their butts.
With what?
My hand.
Anything else?
No, not like her, that she uses a spatula.
I don't think so.
What does your 3-year-old do that inspires you to hit her?
My son?
Your son. Him.
Well, if he's acting bad, throwing a fit, I mean, you know, a normal 3-year-old, you know, mouthy, no. If timeout's not doing it, if he's not staying in his corner, I spank his butt. I paddle his butt.
Paddle it with what?
My hand.
Anything else?
No. That's hard enough. I don't need any objects.
I'm not going to get into that with you, but 3-year-olds have a limited understanding.
A boy at that.
Yeah, well. And if children grow up in violence, that's what happens. So if you grew up in what you allege is a violent household, where you were corporally punished, perhaps you want to rethink your disciplinary mode with your own children, because that perpetuates itself. That doesn't mean that your children who are used to their grandmother shouldn't see her even for a couple of hours every other Sunday, because now that you're angry with each other, what caused this rift? You want to tell me?
Well, it was a domestic violence charge upon her for cutting my face on February 2nd of 2002.
What did she cut your face with?
Her fingernail.
You had a fight?
Yes.
I was fighting her off of me.
About what?
She put my grandson in allowed him to go to her ex-boyfriend's
his father
house, who she said that she would not allow him to go over there because in 2000 he took my grandson away from her and wouldn't give him back, was trying to sue her for custody. And she called me up crying, wanting me to help her get my grandson out of the home. So I went over there with her and got the child out of the home with the police, and she said that she would never let him have his, see his son again. Well, as time went by, she forgave him and she allowed him to see him, but she said she wouldn't leave him alone with him because of all that he has put her through. She didn't want him to see that. So in 2000 of this year, 2002, February 2nd, she let him go over there because we were all sick in the home. I had bronchitis, she was sick, and my grandson was sick, and she wanted to get some sleep. So she let him go over there without her supervision. And I said, I thought you weren't going to allow him to go over there. And we got into an argument, and then she went into a rage, and she cut my face.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
They want to see her. They send her letters. They write her letters. And I want
I've
that.
not received any letters.
She goes off.
Listen, don't fight. Okay. Trying to make it better.
And later today,
there was no necessarily written contracts or anything of that.
Get to what she owes you money for, sir. I already got that part of the story. I finished with that. What does she owe you money for? What do you think? I don't remember my question? I'm not that old.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Sharon Garcia says her daughter, Angela Terrell, owes for several unpaid loans. Angela says her mother won't return her belongings.
You think it's a smart idea not to let your children see their grandmother?
With her husband in the house, yes.
What do you mean with her husband? You think it's okay with her husband?
I don't want my children around her husband, really. I mean, I'm not really too worried about her. I mean, as long as she doesn't hit him with spatulas or cutting boards or whatever.
What if she just sees him in the park?
Yeah, that's fine. It's supervised visitations is
Why
fine.
don't you just see him in the park? It's just, she was part of their lives.
I understand, and my kids miss her terribly, and I hate it, but...
Not for you or not for her.
I know.
But really
for the children. I know. They want to see her. They send her letters. They write her letters. And I want that.
I have not received any letters.
Well, isn't there a park where you could meet?
Yes. But with, we have a no contact order, and we have I can't have any negative contact with her. And the way she goes off, just talking.
I mean, isn't there somebody else that you could arrange? And I can't fashion such an order. And then you can only do that between yourselves.
But I still can't have negative contact.
Listen, don't fight. Okay. Trying to make it better. I can't fashion that order. That's not currently before me. But isn't there someone else? I don't know who this lady is.
Her neighbor is a sheriff for Oakland County.
Somebody else who could just pick up the kids,
Yes.
Go to the park, let her spend a couple of hours with the kids a couple of times a month on a Sunday. Can't you arrange that? Yeah. Be a good mother.
I'm trying.
Okay? Be a good mother, because listen, I mean, it's sort of classic. You're not an unintelligent young woman, but it's really sort of classic. You say you were raised in a house where there was physical abuse, and then you corporally punish your own children, okay? That perpetuates itself from one generation to another.
I don't want it no more.
So the children need the widest possible community of people that they're familiar with. And good, bad, or indifferent, they're familiar with their grandmother. They lived with her. She's taken care of them at various times, I'm sure. And so now they've been cut off. It's not a good thing for their overall development. So be a good mother. See if you can work something out so that the kids can see their grandmother. Reasonable?
Was it supervised?
Reasonable?
Yes.
Okay. And your mother wouldn't mind that as long as she can see them, because it's not really for her, it's for the children.
Correct.
Okay. So all the property, all of your property is going to be returned within 5 days. You owe your mother $2,600 for the couch because you're going to get it back. So the judgment is for the plaintiff. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I did not abuse my daughter. She was not brought up in an abusive home.
It's hurting my children. She's trying to hurt me, and it's hurting my children.
I did everything out of love to help her out.
Every time I'm with her or around her, I've been brought pain.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of DeVault versus Eddie, step forward.
21-year-old student Amy DeVault is suing her ex-boyfriend, 21-year-old car salesman Cliff Eddy, for the down payment on a car and for several unpaid loans.
Ms. DeVault, according to your claim, the defendant owes you for a down payment that you loaned to him for a car.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Now, Mr. Eddy, if I'm reading your answer correctly, sir, you acknowledge that she gave you the down payment for the car. Is that right?
That's correct.
And it was a loan.
That's correct.
But you say she owes you money, so it's a wash.
Yeah.
Okay. So then we can go over the basics very quickly. You were living together with him when you made this loan?
For a very short time, yes.
What's the short time?
I probably had moved in and moved out within a matter of 4 or 5 days.
And during that 4 or 5 day period is the time that you made this loan?
Yes.
Don't you ever watch this courtroom? Ever? Did you ever see the cases here?
Yes.
Did you ever learn anything?
I've learned a lesson now.
Sometimes you have to get burned yourself, and you can't learn by somebody else's mistakes. But I want you to keep watching. And how much was the down payment that you loaned to him?
The down payment was $1,000, and the loan was just over $1,000 for the coverage in case we couldn't make a payment.
You're suing for $1,711. What's the rest of the money for?
I had moved in with him, and I'd given him $200 for my share of the rent. I had also paid a few bills for him, which he ensured that I would be reimbursed for, a water bill and groceries, things like that. I bought tons of things for him. You know, I'll pay you back. I just don't have money right now, he assured me. He'd lost his job, and he had paychecks that had insufficient funds behind them.
I mean, all this happened in the 4 or 5 days?
No, we had been dating for a couple of months.
According to your complaint, you have some sort of an IOU that he wrote.
Yes.
Well, I'd like to see it. Where did you get this note from?
From a store where you purchase stationary legal documents.
When did you purchase this?
In the beginning of June.
Last June?
Yes.
And tell me what days you lived with him?
Approximately the end of May, beginning of June.
And what made you have him sign this June 30th note?
I had moved out and I wanted the money for the rent money that I had given him, and I wanted it back because I didn't live there for more than 2 or 3 days in June, which the money was for June's rent, and he had spent it.
Show this to him, please. Is that your signature, sir?
Yes, it is.
So you signed this note for $315, right?
That's correct.
Now, I'm just curious, Mr. Vault, what happened to the $1,000 for the car?
After the loan had gone through, we went to the bank and we had cashed.
No, but I'm asking you is you moved out.
Yes.
Right? So why would you have him sign a note for $315 when actually he owed you, according to you, at least $1,300? Why is this only for $315?
I have a second contract.
Let me see it. All right. Well, we're talking about two different things. You took out a loan. Now, was this the loan for the car?
Yes.
All right. He's paid off the car loan.
No,
Is that right, sir?
No.
That's what you said.
I paid off the balance of the vehicle. This was a separate loan through Wells Fargo Bank.
For what?
For $1,000 cash, down payment for the vehicle.
Oh, I see. This you didn't pay off?
No.
Okay. Now, your defense is, sir, that she owed you money.
Yeah.
I'm waiting.
Well, we started dating. We dated for about 4 or 5 months. She was in a sorority house then, and she would stay over at my house frequently, almost every night. When summertime came, you have to leave the house for the summer. So she moved in with me then. In the process of that, I was working at a dealership in Corvallis there, and I was looking for another vehicle. I went down to...
Could you get what she owes you money for, sir? Is that what we're getting to?
Yeah, that's what we're getting to.
Let's get there faster.
Okay. But I went down to the bank to get the loan. I couldn't get the loan because I had bad credit. So she was living with me at the time. She offered to help me out with that. We did that. There was no necessarily written contracts or anything of that
Get
nature.
to what she owes you money for, sir. I already got that part of the story. I finished with that. What does she owe you money for? What do you think? I don't remember my question? I'm not that old. Get there. Go ahead.
Well, she owes me money for the $315. I don't think is a necessary reimbursement. Other than that, the vehicle loan was paid off. There was no written contract for that. I don't think that I owe that money. The $315.
Listen to me.
It should be a wash.
Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I want you to tell me. I don't want you to tell me, sir, that this you don't think is right, and this you don't think is right.
Mm-hmm.
Your defense to this case is she owes me money, and therefore the $1,700 she's suing me for, the loan and the promissory note, it's a wash because she actually owed me about the same amount of money. That's your defense. Now, so you either have two things that you can do. Either you can say to me, I didn't know what I was doing when I wrote my answer because she really doesn't owe me any money. And my defense is, blah. Or you can tell me what she owes you money for.
She lived with me for about 4 months.
Okay, go ahead. She lived with you for 4 months. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, she lived with me for about 4 or 5 days, about 2 weeks, I would rather say. About 2 weeks. But the whole time prior to that, she was staying at my house almost every single day.
Yes.
And that was a matter of bills and whatnot.
Go ahead. So what does she owe you?
My duplex ran about $750 a month was my rent, plus the bills. All the bills were in my name. I lived there by myself.
Yes.
For the whole time together, I think that it should be a washout. It's a washout.
When she would come over and stay at your duplex with you, did she also maintain a room in the college dorm or someplace else?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you pay for half of that rent?
No.
Did you ever have an agreement with her to pay for half the rent while she was staying over at your house periodically?
Mm-mm.
So I want you to go like this. Blah, 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 blah. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,700. That's all.
Your Honor, this is case number 213 on the calendar in the matter of Arnie versus Weidman Arnie.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Judge. Parties have been sworn in, Your Honor. You may be seated. Have seats, folks.
What is your first name?
Tressa Ani.
Tressa?
Mm-hmm.
Tressa, this is your sister.
Yes, it is.
What's your first name?
Teresa.
Teresa. Tressa and Teresa. I thought I would make this simple. It's not. That didn't make it any simpler for me. You're the boyfriend?
Mm-hmm.
And you're here because this was your car.
Yes.
Was a car in both your names or in just your name?
Just mine.
It is your claim that your sister vandalized your car.
Yes, sir.
Sister said she didn't do it. You didn't see her vandalize your car.
No, I did not.
When was your car vandalized and how?
On July 10th in the morning, I received a call from the Hennepin County Sheriff's letting me know she was being released from jail for
something.
No. What I asked you was, when was your car vandalized?
July 10th, 2002.
Okay. When did you last see it when it was in good condition?
The night before when we drove home and parked it in our parking lot.
And when you went to get it on July 10th, you found it damaged?
Yes.
What time did you find it damaged?
About 8 o'clock in the morning.
And what time had you parked it the evening before?
Around 10.
Now, what makes you think that your sister did that to your car?
For starters,
By the way, it was keyed, according to your complaint.
It was something. Rocks, keys. We had estimates, so the guy who did the estimate.
Pictures of it?
Yes, I do.
Let me take a look at it.
The man who did the estimate for us told us it could have been a number of...
Can't tell me what he told you. I'll take a look at it. What was cracked off?
Part of the rim. It was struck by a blunt object, probably a hammer.
This is sort of unusual keying.
There's chunks missing out of the side of the door.
Okay. I've seen your photographs. Now tell me what makes you think that your sister did any of this damage.
I can't really go into it too far, but she had been arrested for assaulting me on July 5th. She was arrested and spent 5 days in jail. And when she was arrested, she was threatening. She was throwing rocks at us at that time.
Where was she arrested?
At my mother's house. I had taken my little sister on the 4th of July to Valley Fair, and I was returning her on the day after. And this is when all this occurred. She threatened myself. She threatened my 18-month-old daughter. She said she was going to drown my child in my mom's pool, to take my little white rat-faced child the hell out of there.
Okay. But then she assaulted you?
Yeah. She grabbed a knife, said she was going to gut me like a fish because I'm pregnant.
Did she, in fact, cut you?
No, she did not.
But she threatened
Yes.
to cut you? She spent 5 days in jail?
Yes.
Is that right?
That's correct.
Are those charges still pending?
Yes, they are.
So I'm not going to go into that at all. Were you subsequently released on bail?
No, I was released on, there's like a temporary release or whatever. I'm on probation.
Okay.
Just until we go to trial.
Go ahead.
I had also previously spoken to Child Protection, which she found out about because of the way she treats her 2-year-old daughter, that she probably wanted to retaliate.
So what you're telling me is she had a motive?
Yes.
For damaging your car?
She also threatened to, and so did my mother.
Your mother too?
Yes, we had our phone disconnected and our number changed.
So not only did your sister threaten to damage your car according to you, but your mother threatened to damage your car?
Yes.
So 2 people threatened to damage your car?
Yes. My mom, her exact words were, something's gonna happen. I disown you, you little, don't come back here.
Okay. What evidence do you have?
She has admitted it.
To whom?
To in courtroom, which I cannot get the transcripts till her criminal stuff is done. Right outside the courtroom, I was standing there with the district attorney and some other people that were standing
Did you
there.
hear her admit it?
Yes.
Did you, personally?
Yes, I did.
Well, tell me when that was and what you heard.
We had gone, because I had originally filed a restraining order, and they were trying to fight it, and I had brought with me the estimates of the car, and I was talking to the prosecutor, and before we went up to the judge, she was like, so what if I damaged her effing car? She made me spend 5 days in jail, and I didn't hear what she said after that.
Okay. Any other evidence that she damaged
She's
her car?
admitted it to our witness, Johnny Gurley. That's Devin's brother-in-law.
Tell me your name, sir.
My name is Johnny Leroy Gurley.
How do you know these parties?
Well, actually, this is my stepbrother here, and that's his girlfriend, Tressa.
Tressa says that you overheard the defendant acknowledge that she vandalized the plaintiff's car.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
When and where?
This was September 6th out in Mound, because I work at the Mound post office. I was happening to take out the trash, and I seen her, and I asked her if I could ask her a question. She said, yeah, so I asked her the question to where I heard...
What question did you ask her?
The question was, I heard that you had tore up Devin and Tressa's car. And her response was, yeah, I tore it up, and if I see it again, I'll tear it up again. And if I see the truck, I'll tear the truck up too.
Had you known her previously, the defendant?
Yeah.
Had you ever had any difficulty with her?
Nope.
After she answered you in that fashion, did you say anything else to her?
No, the only thing I said to her was that you need to stop all that violence.
And what did she say?
I couldn't really hear what she was saying because she was running off to catch the bus. Because she was waiting at the bus stop to go to work.
Okay. Thank you. I will start out by, for the purpose of this hearing, assuming that you're going to tell me you did not do any damage to the car, right?
Right.
What time were you released from jail on either the 9th or the 10th of July?
On the 9th of July, I was released at 8 o'clock at night.
Had you seen a judge that day?
Yeah, I seen it. I had a court to be released at 1:30 in the afternoon, and I was in a holding cell to be released until 8.
Do you know why you were being held from 1:30 to 8 p.m.?
Just to be released. They said it took that long for the release papers to come through.
Had you ever been incarcerated before?
Yes.
Immediately prior to this time? Yes, listen. You didn't listen to my question, so you don't know what the question is. Immediately before this arrest, when was the last time you were arrested?
Last year.
For what?
I was accused of threatening my brother.
Your brother?
Well, my mom and I had a domestic over my boyfriend, the guy I was dating, and I had his 12-year-old daughter staying in the house, also along with my 2-year-old daughter, and we got domestic over him. She didn't want me to see him and this and that, and so I told her I was going to leave, and she said, well, you ain't leaving with the 2 kids. So, well, I was like, well, call the police then, and I guess she made up a lie or whatever. It said I had threatened my brother, so I just got my kids and left, the 12-year-old and my 2-year-old.
So you were arrested for an attempted assault?
Right, which they dismissed the case because it wasn't true.
She threatened him with a butcher knife.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
I love my family dearly, but I cannot be arrested for things I did not do. This whole thing has just been ridiculous.
Well, something is definitely out of whack in this family. I'm not a therapist. I'm just a little old judge who's trying to find the truth.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. 19-year-old Tressa Ani says her sister, 20-year-old Teresa Ani, vandalized her boyfriend's car. Tressa says it was retaliation for throwing her in jail.
Was that case resolved with the issuance of a protective order of protection?
No.
Or a restraining order, a stay-away order with regard to your brother?
Nope.
It was just dismissed?
Right.
When was the time that you were arrested immediately prior to that arrest?
I've never been arrested before that.
Okay. So you were released from jail at 8 o'clock in the evening. Was somebody waiting for you?
No, I went to the HCMC, which is the hospital downtown Minneapolis, to use the phone.
Yes.
Okay, and I waited there with one of the guys I was released with for about an hour and a half before my stepdad could come get me because I had to get a hold of somebody in town because we didn't have a phone. So he came and got me. It must have been around maybe 9:45. I got home an hour and a half later because we stopped and got gas and ate and stuff, and then we went to the house, which we live a mound from Minneapolis West. And when I got home, I just stayed home. I didn't go nowhere. You know, I visited, well, my sister's 3 kids was there, and I just visited them and then went to bed.
So your stepfather came to pick you up. You went out for a bite to eat with him, and then you went home. Now, does your stepfather live with your mother?
Yes.
So from the time you were released from jail until the next day, I assume, you were in the company of your stepfather.
Right.
Where is he today?
He's at work.
Well, what'd you bring this is your mother?
Because my mother, they was downtown since I went to court. They were waiting for me to be released. They waited for 4 hours for me to be released because they said I'd be released.
No, your mother wasn't with you from the time you were released.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that when I got home, my mom was there waiting for me.
But your mother wasn't there
to
pick you up, take you home. So if you had to bring a witness, why wouldn't you bring the witness who was with you from the time that you were actually at the area where you were released until the next morning?
Because Shakopee, where she lives at, is nowhere near Minneapolis, neither is Mound. So how am I supposed to get from Minneapolis to Shakopee with no money, without being able to take
Maybe your
money for the bus?
stepfather drove you there.
Why would my father do that? So I can go back to jail?
Maybe he was angry.
He ain't
what
angry.
do I know? He's not here. How would I know? I mean, it just seems sort of foolish. I'm just telling you for the future. If you have a witness who can solidify a defense, and you choose to bring another witness to court who can't, that looks stupid. Do you understand?
Yep.
I mean, you have stepfather and you have a mother. One can say, she was with me all the time, we didn't go near their house. That person you leave home. The person who says, well, she did come home that night at some point, but I wasn't with her all the time, that person you bring to court. It doesn't sound smart, right? All right. Anything else you want to tell me?
Yes, since this has all happened, I have basically had my life turned upside down. I have been arrested for her warrant. She used my name. It says I'm blonde, I weigh 135 pounds, and I'm 5'6", and I had light green
I don't know what
eyes.
you're talking about.
About a month after this happened, I was arrested for I live in Scott County, for a warrant in Hennepin County, when I've never lived in Hennepin County in my whole life. She does, and the address on the warrant was my mother's. It was her social security number, but my name.
What were you arrested for?
Supposedly a disorderly conduct. 2 weeks after that, I got a notice from the Minnesota Department of Transportation saying my driving privileges are being suspended. I got pulled over in Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. That's where her boyfriend lives. I was driving a car with no insurance. Both of our cars are fully insured. And I ran a stop sign or something telling me I had a $150 fine or something, and if I didn't pay it, my driving privileges were being suspended. So the district attorney's looking into it, talking to the Brooklyn Park Police to see if he could identify who was actually pulled over. I mean, I love my family dearly, but I cannot have things damaged. I cannot be arrested for things I did not do. I cannot have my driving privileges suspended. This is just ridiculous. This whole thing has just been ridiculous.
Well, something is definitely out of whack in this family, and I'm not a therapist. I'm just a little old judge who's trying to find the truth. So let me see your estimates. And let's talk about truth with regard to these estimates. How old is this car?
It's a 2001 Pontiac Trans Am.
Your Honor, may I speak for a minute? I do not have any warrants against me.
No, she says, what she says
Where's the paper?
I'm speaking. What she says is that you don't have any warrants against you, that somehow she had the warrants against her, but the description of the person on the warrant was you, or somebody who looked like you, only using her name and social security number. Doesn't your car have any sort of insurance?
It's a $500 deductible.
So really what your out-of-pocket is going to be when you have it fixed is $500.
Yes.
I find that based upon his testimony, the fact that the defendant had certainly a motive to cause some damage to your car, that she had an opportunity to do it, that she made a statement to this gentleman that she in fact did it, that she did it. But your insurance is going to cover it, but for the first $500 on a new car, if you have a $500 deductible. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $500. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
My brother did that damage with her boyfriend, which was drunk.
That's ridiculous, and if I have to go to criminal court, I will.
He said he was doing a 360 and hit a curb. That's why her wheels messed up.
She admitted to my brother, to him, to everybody, to myself in the courtroom, in front of everybody, that she did it and that she was going to do it again.
It's lies.
Jealousy, I don't know what it is.
So, in other words, I'm just screwed.
I just can't believe my family is disgusting like that.
Case number 248 on the calendar in the matter of Morissette versus Morissette. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. Be seated. Folks, have a seat.
Miss Morissette, the defendant is your father, and you're suing him because you say he didn't do the right thing with regard to a car that you paid a lot of money for that was in his name, and he took the car back, and he didn't have any reason to take the car back, and you want him to give you back the money that you put into the car, which was $3,000. Is that right?
He had reason to take it back, but I just want my down payment back.
That's sort of interesting. You say he had reason to take it back. So
I mean,
let's
he didn't really have...
Shh, just a second. You put $3,000 down in the car, is that right?
Yes.
Is that right, Mr. Morissette?
No, ma'am. It was $2,500.
Okay. Let's say she put down $2,500. Why don't you tell me the reasons that you think that your father took the car back? How long did you have it, by the way?
From 97 to September of 2000.
And he took the car back in 2000? So what took you so long to get to court?
Because I had found out that my father had said once he paid the car off, he was going to return the car to me so that I can have transportation. Once the car was paid off, he never returned the car to me.
So in 1997, you put down $2,500 in the car?
I put down $3,000. I saved up $3,000 for
Let's say you put down
payment.
$3,000. That was in 1997, 5 years ago. And you drove the car from 1997 to when?
Till September of 2000. But I didn't drive it that whole time from 1997 to 2000.
Why not?
Because he took the car about maybe 4 times.
Why?
Within the whole time. Reasons: one, I had an accident one time in Fresno.
How many accidents did you have?
2 accidents.
Anybody hurt?
No.
Were you on his insurance at the time?
Yes, I was.
And how many cars did your father have?
About 4. Well, yeah, 4, including mine and his
Including
name.
yours, so his insurance went up on all of his cars, I assume, right?
But I already
Big time.
stated before that I would get my own insurance.
Well, did you get your own insurance?
No, because he took the car.
Right. How many years would you say you drove this car?
Totaling about 2 years, because all the times that he took the car.
So you drove the car for 2 years?
Yeah.
Who paid for the insurance?
I did.
My
insurance was $120 a month. I was giving my father $150 actually, and he was making a $30 profit. But I always paid him every.
Is that right?
She paid the insurance, but that's not. She didn't give me no profit.
So far she's paid, let's say, $1,500 a year to drive a car. Is that right?
Yes. I also paid for when he took the car from me in September. I paid for the car. He started driving the car to work, and I was still paying the car notes while he drove the car.
Really? In 1997, you were paying the car notes?
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah, she paid for 2 years on the car, like she said.
I paid for more than 2 years.
2 years.
Okay.
2 years she paid on the car.
Go ahead.
Okay.
So it was more than just the down payment.
Yeah, it was more than the down payment. She was driving the car. It was a party car.
It was not a party.
Shh. I said, well, Chandra, the car is in my name. You can't let everybody keep driving this car. Everybody
So what'd you
drive
say?
the car. Oh, my friends. Them was her friends long as she letting them drive the car around. Them is her friends. Okay, well, I said, well, since this is in my name, insurance calling me up. They not calling her. They calling me.
You're absolutely right, sir. So you took the car back.
And I told her, I tried to explain it to her. Okay.
Did you let your friends drive the car? Did you?
Yes.
So why'd you do that for? Father said, don't do it.
Well, one time, the accident
I'm at risk. He says to you, I'm at risk. Everything that I have, I could lose because you're letting your friends drive the car.
Yes, and he took the car from me those times.
Listen to me. He took the car from me, but then at some point he gave it back.
Yes, he did.
And then you let your friends drive it again.
That happened twice.
So that's twice too many. Chandra, that's twice too many. And you had an accident twice. And the 2 accidents that you had, did the insurance company say that they were your fault or the other person's fault?
The first accident was not my fault. The second accident was my fault.
Tell me about the second accident,
The second accident, I was in Fresno. Someone else was driving a car.
Someone else?
Yes.
Oh, Chandra, you don't deserve to have a car.
Yes,
You don't deserve to have a car, period. End of discussion. How much did it cost? Quiet. How much did it cost, sir, to fix up all these problems with your daughter?
$40,000 on this car. $40,000.
Show me. This was on the last accident she had?
The last one, she didn't have an accident. A friend was driving the car.
I know.
$19,000 was paid out on that one.
Well, how much do you owe, sir?
Nothing.
I mean, I understand that this is what the insurance company
He
is
paid nothing.
Shh. Oh, he paid.
Oh, yeah.
Believe me.
I'm paying
he paid.
now.
He's paying now, and he's going to pay for a very long time for
Right.
all the other cars that he'll ever own. He's going to pay for this.
This is an accident in Fresno. She said she was driving, which is state that Jose was driving.
Not Jose.
Right here.
It was not Jose. It was Joseph.
Jose. $19,000.
Here they paid $19,000. And this one is for $40,000 that they paid out?
That's the total package on the 3 accidents that occurred on the car. And so when the insurance company said, what you going to do about Chandra? I said, I'm dropping her. I'm dropping her.
He had to drop me.
No, he said, when he called me, he said it's going to cost about $4,000 a year for Chandra.
You're right. You drop her.
So
Fast.
I'm
and you
dropping
take back
her.
her car. Say no more, Mr. Morissette. Listen to me. I'm going to make it as simple as I can for you, Chandra. I want you to listen to the reality of it. You drove the car for 2 years, if I believe you. But the car was really in your possession off and on for 3 years,
Yes,
which
it
is
was.
what you told me. Your father took it back various times and gave it back to you when you promised you would be good and not do the wrong thing again. He gave it back to you. He gave you another chance, and then he took it back again. So for that period of time, when the car depreciates in value, I'm speaking, you had use of the car. Then they came to a point where your father is told either you drop her or we're dropping you or we're going to raise your rates on your other cars so high that you're going to be working 6 jobs in order to pay your insurance. So your father is left with only one choice, which is drop Chandra and take the car back permanently. At that point, he has to pay you zippity-doo-dah.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Did you go back on your word when you said I won't let anybody else drive the car anymore? Did you go back on your word? Did you go back on your word?
And later today,
How did you pull your daughter out?
I grabbed her by the arm and pulled her on out of there, and she started screaming. I was worried about her because she was out of the car, and he started coming toward her and hit her with the truck.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Chandra Morissette says her father, Freddie Morissette, illegally repossessed her car. Freddie says Chandra was allowing her friends to drive it.
Miss Morissette, your irresponsibility placed him in a position of risk. The car had already depreciated in value the moment that you drive it out of the lot. Probably at least the amount of your down payment. And if you had done the right thing and had been responsible, your father would not have been in a position of having to take the car back from you. It's as simple as that. It's your fault.
I know it was
and
my
it's your
fault
fault that he is going to continue.
But my father had made an agreement that he would pay the car off. Once he paid the car off, he was going to give the car back to me in my name, and I was supposed to pay him. Then he went back on that.
So, did you?
No, I didn't, because I was paying him the whole time I was there.
Listen to me. Did you go back on your word when you said to your father, I won't let anybody else drive the car anymore? Did you go back on your word? Did you go back on your word? Did it cause him a lot of trouble?
Yes.
Cost him money? Forever? As long as he drives a car and has insurance? You have a younger brother? Because according to you, he paid off the car and he gave the car to your younger brother.
Yes, he did.
I hope he's more responsible.
It wasn't always like that. I mean, when he said that he would give the car back to me once I paid it off, I mean, that's what I thought was going to happen.
So?
So I had to continue paying for a car that he was driving.
What was the last payment you made on the car?
Was in August. August of 2000, because that's when he kicked me out.
2 years ago. The same time that all this problem was staring at him in the face from Allstate Insurance Company. You know, you're in good hands?
Yes.
Your car was not in good hands when you had it.
Yes, it was. I took care of...
Listen to me, you're not getting your down payment back from your father. If he had a counterclaim for what all your irresponsibility cost him, I guarantee you it would be far more than the $2,500 or $3,000.
He shouldn't have never agreed to give me the car back once I paid the car off. Or he shouldn't have said that he was going to pay the car off and give the car back to me. That's how all this started. That's how.
It all started, madam, because you were irresponsible. And you lied to your father, and you caused him all kinds of difficulty, and he kept giving you chance after chance until he finally got disgusted.
And I was trying to prove myself to him, trying to prove that I am responsible.
You working?
Yes, I am.
Where?
It's at Barnes & Noble's.
How long have you been working at
I've just started working there. I was recently working at Kmart.
You live by yourself?
No, I don't. I live with my boyfriend.
Does he work?
No.
He doesn't work?
Right now, he's in jail.
Your boyfriend is in jail?
Yes.
So you don't live with your boyfriend, you live alone? Is that right?
Yeah, I live with my boyfriend's grandmother.
You live with your boyfriend's grandmother. You have
Yes.
children?
No, I don't.
Do you pay rent to your boyfriend's
Yes, I do.
grandmother? How do you get to work?
The bus, or I walk, or I have to call a cab because it's on days when the buses don't run.
Why haven't you in the last 2 years been able to
I've
save
been
up
trying to
enough money?
save up for a car, but living on your own is hard to try to save up for a car
Especially
and
if
pay
you live,
rent.
especially if you have a boyfriend who's in jail.
He has nothing to do with none of this.
Oh, sure he does. It's an exercise in my determining whether or not you still have good judgment. And I'm telling you, if there are two young people and you're working and he's working, so you're able to combine your money, you have a little extra money so that you can put away a little bit every month so that you can save, so that you can buy the things that you want, that's good judgment. If you choose at your age to have a boyfriend who's in jail, that's an exercise in poor judgment. Chandra, get over it. Your father owes you nothing. Goodbye.
These are excused. You may step out.
I want her to realize I'm trying to help her.
I worked hard for that car.
She's not helping me.
And then he's gonna take it back from me and then not return like he said he would do.
I'm trying to do her a favor.
My father's never treated me like he treats other kids. He's always treated me like I'm, an outsider.
I'm trying to help her to get out in life.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Johnson versus Morton. Step forward, please.
Nurse Danae Johnson and her husband, Robert, are suing their niece's boyfriend, 18-year-old handyman Derek Morton, for damaging their car.
Mr. and Mrs. Johnson, is this your daughter?
Yes.
Oh, okay. And your daughter was dating the defendant.
I guess you could say that.
Yeah. And you didn't approve.
Absolutely not.
According to your complaint, the defendant purposely damaged your car or a truck that you were in. And it appears to me that when you came home one day, your daughter wasn't home, you went to the police station to find out if they could help. You thought she was with the defendant. You were on your way home, you saw his truck, you decided to follow his truck, to confront him, and talk to him about dating your daughter. Is that right?
Yes.
And it was during this attempt to talk to him that he damaged your vehicle.
No.
Why don't you tell me what happened? You go home, you don't find your daughter. You go to the police, you're on your way home. You see his truck. Pick it up from there.
We followed the truck, and he took a turn.
You followed the truck?
Yes.
Go ahead.
He takes a turn down a road that has a circle drive on it, and as he went into the circle drive, I stopped and just sit there waiting for him to make the turn and come out the other side.
So you blocked his way?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
My husband got out of the car, went to the passenger side of the car, pulled our daughter out of the car.
You go over to the passenger side. Open the door?
Yep.
And how did you pull your daughter out?
I grabbed her by the arm and pulled her on out of there. And
what is she saying to you as you're pulling her out of the car?
she started screaming, and I don't know exactly what she was saying, but she was yelling.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Danae and Robert Johnson claim they spotted their 14-year-old daughter driving with 18-year-old Derek Morton. The Johnsons say when they pulled them over, Derek damaged their car.
Okay, you get her out of his truck.
Right.
And what do you do with her when you get her out of his truck?
Well, she's standing beside me. I kind of leaned in my head in there to tell him to not be messing with my daughter, and that's when he started to take off. And he kind of hit me with his truck on the leg, and then I was worried about her because she was out of the car, and he started coming toward her and hit her with the truck.
Hit her body or hit her car?
Hit her body.
Our daughter was jumping on his back and telling Derek, go, take off, take off. I got out of the car to go get my daughter, was what I was doing. And
to pull
she started
your daughter
screaming.
off your husband's back?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
And she was yelling, take off, Derek, take off. And as I rounded the back of the car, he just floored it and was taken off. And I threw myself out of the way. He caught my arm with his truck, kind of spun me around a little bit. He went on down the road, and I was furious, to say the least. We all got in the car, and we're headed to the police station. And we get down the gravel road a little ways, and Derek's just kind of toying around, going 3, 4, or 5 miles an hour, you know. Not really fast enough that you could follow him, so I stopped and looked down to grab an ink pen to have my husband write down his license plate number so there could be no question who it was. And as I was looking down, Bob and Jennifer yelled, watch out, Mom! And before I could look up, he had already thrown his truck in reverse, reversed into me, and then takes off again.
That's what happened. So I was absolutely right. You went to talk to him and get your daughter out of his company, and it was during that time that you alleged that he both assaulted you with his truck and assaulted you with his truck and caused damage to your vehicle, right?
Right.
That's what I said when we started. So I only have a couple of questions for you, Derek. How old are you?
18.
How old is she?
15.
14.
14. You get the drift that her parents aren't crazy about you.
Yeah, but I want to tell my side of the story too. So.
I'm ready.
All right. They said it's a bunch of bullshit.
Now listen to me. Listen to me. Derek, do you know the difference between rain and shine?
Yes.
Listen to me. Look at me. I don't want you to follow it through. You know the difference between rain and shine? Yes?
Yes.
Do you know the difference between black and white?
Yes.
Do you know the difference between a playground and a courthouse?
Mm-hmm.
Speak.
Yes.
In a playground, you can use whatever language you like. In a courthouse, watch your mouth, or then I don't listen to you. Do we understand each other, Derek?
Mm.
Now, you're going to start to tell me your story again, but you're going to leave out the playground language. You got it?
Mm-hmm.
Speak.
Yes.
Good. Now I'll hear you.
All right. I was driving down the road, right? And then she was on my bumper.
Correct. That's exactly what she was doing. They did exactly the wrong thing. Whatever they did was wrong, mother and father.
Can you let me finish my story?
Did you just hear what I said? I said whatever they did was wrong.
Well, be quiet while I'm talking. All right, this you.
Oh, get him out of here. Listen, Mr. and Mrs. Johnson, sometimes God did not shine on you right. God did not shine on him and give him brains. It gave him the brain cells of an amoeba. You know, we all had to start from someplace. So I understand if you don't want your daughter to have anything to do with him. However, you went about it the wrong way. Do you understand?
Yes.
You went around it the wrong way. Your initial reaction was right. You went to the police station and you said, my underage daughter is with this 18-year-old cretin, and I want him out of her company. But you cut him off. You touched his car, sir. When you grabbed open the door to his car, you put your hands on his property in a threatening manner. You created a situation where your own daughter is jumping on your back. Is that ridiculous?
Well, I wasn't going to do nothing. The cops told me if I assaulted him, I'd be going to jail, so.
Listen to me, sir. You were creating a situation that potentially was inflammatory because he doesn't have any brains. He reacts. He reacts like an animal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And you probably knew that. I assume that you knew that. Maybe she doesn't know that. But you were smart enough to know that. You don't confront an animal. You let professionals, exterminators, confront animals. That's what the police are there for. You don't do it yourself, because when you do it yourself, you get your truck banged up. And that's what happens, and you got to pay for it. You still see him? Are you sure?
I'm sure. I think he's a jerk.
A jerk? Huh. To put it mildly, jerk. All right, Mr. and Mrs. Johnson, go home. Take your daughter home. Goodbye. That's all.
Yeah, this is case number 279 on the calendar in the matter of Bielefeld versus Jenneret. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Folks, have seats, please.
Mr. Bielefeld, other than being the owner of this car that was damaged allegedly by the defendant, you have no independent knowledge of this case. Is that right?
That is correct. She also is it her car? It's not my car.
It's your daughter's car?
Yes, she owns the car.
Okay, so why don't you have a seat?
Okay.
Step up. Your first name is?
Ashley.
Ashley, according to your complaint, you went out partying one evening, and the defendant was within this group that you were partying with. Is that right?
Right.
And you don't know what happened, but you passed out. The next day you woke up and you found that something had happened to your car.
Right.
You don't remember giving anybody permission to drive your car?
No, I don't.
When did this happen?
August 27th.
Your first name is Chris?
Yes.
Tell me about August 27th, Chris.
Well, we were all drinking.
Who was all?
My witnesses, me and Ashley.
These two people?
Right.
Just the four of you?
Yes.
Where were you drinking?
At Jean's apartment.
Who's Jean? Can I see a show of hands, please? Who's Jean?
I'm Jean.
Good. Go ahead.
Okay, we were there drinking. Okay, and as it got later, me and Dalton, my friend Dalton right there, we got hungry, so we wanted to go get something to eat. So we asked Ashley if we could use her car to get something to eat. We went down to Jean's car, got the keys out, took her car to go get something to eat.
Just a minute. Hold on. Hold a second. Let's backtrack a little bit. You were at his house drinking.
Right.
What were you drinking?
It was Smirnoff vodka and Cardi Gold, I believe.
And what time had you started drinking?
We got the stuff about 10 or 10:30, and
How did you get to his house?
I rode with Jean.
Jean?
Yes.
How did Ashley get to the house?
She drove her car.
Herself?
Yes.
What time did she get there?
We got the alcohol and we all just met up there, so right afterwards.
So about 10 or 10:30?
Right. That's when we got the alcohol, and then after that we went to Jean's apartment.
So there were two cars there?
Yes.
Jean's, your friend's, and Ashley's?
Right.
And then I assume you all were drinking. Is that right?
Yes.
What time did you get hungry?
I'd say it was around in between 3 and 4, probably 3 or 3:30.
So you had been there for a long time drinking?
Well, we weren't necessarily drinking the whole time nonstop.
I didn't say double time nonstop. You were up from 10:30 till 3:30. You hadn't gone to sleep and you were drinking.
Right.
And you got hungry about 3:30.
Yes.
Where in his apartment were you when you got hungry?
Right there in the living room.
Were you all in the living room?
Yeah.
Where was Ashley in the living room?
Look
at me. Where was Ashley in the living room?
Look
at me.
She was by the couch.
What do you mean by the couch? What does that mean? Standing
by
up
the
at
futon. I mean.
What does by the futon mean?
She was standing beside the futon.
Standing?
Yes.
How long had she been standing, Chris?
I don't know.
Well, it's about 3 or 3:30. You got hungry. You turned around and you saw her standing by the futon. What was she doing standing by the futon?
Well, I wasn't really paying attention to her. I mean, I wasn't
So
paying
then why
attention.
did you give me an answer? She was standing by the futon.
I mean, I wasn't specifically watching Ashley, so I couldn't tell you exactly what she was doing. But we were all in the living room. We were all by his door. Me and Dalton got hungry. We asked her if we could use her car. We went down the stairs.
Why didn't you use his car?
I just didn't ask him because I figured he'd say no.
Why
So
did you think he'd... Shh! Why did you think he'd say no? He's your friend.
Well, because he's a little more picky about his cars, so...
What does that mean? Explain that to me, Chris. What do you mean more picky about his cars?
He really doesn't like to just let people borrow them or
Especially
nothing,
people who have been drinking.
Probably.
Now, what kind of car does Ashley have?
Dodge Neon.
A new one, an old one?
It's like a 95.
Is it in good shape, or was it in good shape?
Yeah.
What kind of car does he have?
ZX2, 98.
So, who got hungry?
Me and Dalton.
So the boys got hungry?
Yes.
Ashley wasn't hungry?
Nothing I know of.
Did you ask her?
No.
No, let me go back there for 1 second, Chris. You were shh, please. You were going out to get food because you were hungry, is that right?
Yes.
Who was hungry?
Me and Dalton.
What's the other kid's name?
Gene.
Gene. Was Gene hungry too?
I don't know. I didn't ask him.
Why not?
Because me and Dalton were hungry and we just wanted to go get something to eat.
You mean you're just selfish people?
No.
You had 4 of you there, 4 of you up drinking all night, and you say, we're going to get something to eat. So you don't say to your friends who you've been drinking with all night, hey, we're going to get something to eat. You want us to bring you back something? You don't say that?
No.
No? Where were you going, by the way, at 3:30 in the morning to get something to eat?
I was going over to my friend's apartment to get some pizza that they had, so we were just going to heat it up and eat it.
To get pizza not from a store, from his freezer?
It was from a store, but it was in the fridge, so it was like leftovers.
How did you know that he had that leftover pizza?
I had talked to him earlier.
When earlier?
Before we got the alcohol, probably around 8 or 9.
Oh, tell me about that conversation that you had with him. I'm curious. Come on, Chris.
Well, we
Come
were
on,
just
story's
talking
getting better.
and I knew...
Story's getting better.
Well,
About
we were
8,
just
9 o'clock. I'm speaking. When I speak, you don't.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
I'm sorry. I took your car. I was drunk. I'm a fool. I'm an idiot.
Okay, but I don't know.
I don't want to hear you.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. 17-year-old Ashley Bielefeld says former friend Christopher Jenneret drove her car without permission and damaged it. Ashley says Christopher took her keys while she was passed out cold.
Now, at 8, 9 o'clock, before you went to get the vodka, you spoke to your friend and said, listen, I may get hungry later tonight. You got any food in your house? Is that what so that was the conversation?
No, I did not even plan on going over there. It's
so
just
tell me about the conversation.
I can't remember the conversation.
Try to think hard. You weren't drunk at that point at 8 or 9 o'clock in the evening.
He just called. We just talked, just like friend-to-friend conversation, and I knew that he had leftover pizza, and I knew he would still be up at that time, so we went over there to get some, which I never even ate because of this.
Because of what?
The car.
Well, now tell me what happened with the car. You went over to Ashley and you asked her for the keys when she was standing next to the futon after having been drinking from 10:30 until 3:30 in the morning.
Right.
And she said, sure, take my keys. She gave you the keys, is that right?
Yes.
And you got into the car.
The keys were in Jean's car.
You went down to Jean's car and got the keys.
Right.
What were the keys to Ashley's car doing in Jean's car?
I have no idea. I just know that the keys were in Jean's car.
How do you know that?
Well, okay, we went joyriding for a little while in Jean's car, all 4 of us. We drove around.
When did you do that?
This was before we got food, but after we started drinking. We were a little bored. We went driving around.
So that's somewhere after 10:30, but before 3:30.
Mm-hmm.
You went joyriding.
Yeah, it was probably
in his
around
car.
12, maybe.
Shh. In his car.
Yes.
So explain to me how her keys were in his car.
She had left them in there.
How do you know that?
I just knew.
How did you know? Look at me.
Because I knew they were in there. I saw them in there. I mean,
you saw them?
Yeah.
Just a minute. Because you saw them, that she had left them in the car. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
Keep going. I love it when they sort of trip over their ties.
Okay, so where would you like me to begin at?
No, I'd like you to continue, sir. You asked her for the keys when she was standing next to the futon.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
But you already knew where the car keys were because they were downstairs in the car because that's where you had seen them when you were joyriding at 12:30. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes. All right. So then you went downstairs and you took the keys out of Jean's car. Let's pick it up from there.
Okay. So then me and Dalton got in her car. We started driving. We were getting on the highway to go over there. Whenever we were entering the highway, we had to turn right to get on the ramp. So we turned right, we hit something, we had a blowout, we pulled over, and me and Dalton had walked back to Jean's house so that we could get him to take us back and help us change the tire and everything. So, because there was like nothing in there to fix the tire with, so we had Gene come back and help us.
Now, Ashley, according to you, you were so drunk, you just either drunk or drugged or something. You passed out, and you don't know what was going on.
I don't remember anything after we were driving in Gene's car.
Can I see the estimates for the car, please? Now, Mr. Jenneret, I am going to sum up the credible parts of your testimony, sir. And maybe this is a good lesson for you. Just because people are older doesn't mean that they're stupid. You were trying to get over telling me a story that didn't make sense. And I assume that you understand at this point that I understand that the story you gave me initially and the story that you wrote in your answer was a lot of who shot John. Because I believe that you all were drinking from 10:30 until 3:30. I believe that you all went out joyriding in his car. I believe that you decided to continue the joyriding and that he said to you, you're not taking my car again because you're drunk as a skunk. I do not believe that you asked her for the keys to her car because you already knew where the keys to her car were. You had seen them in the car at 12:30 when you came in. So you knew that her keys were downstairs. Why in the world would you go over to her when she was standing next to a futon and saying, can I have your keys, when you already knew where her keys were? Stand up straight. Now, when you hit something, according to you, you just had a blowout and that's all you had. No, that's not what happened. You hit something with such force that the tire blew out, knocking the whole alignment off the car. That's what happened. You're responsible. Period. End of discussion. I'm sorry. I took your car without permission. I was drunk. I had no right to be driving a car. I not only could have killed myself, I could have killed somebody else. I'm a fool. I'm an idiot. And I'm going to pay for the damage I caused. That's what you do.
Okay, but I don't know.
I don't want to hear you. Whatever damage it was, maybe it wasn't attributed to you. Sometimes when you're stupid, you got to pay for things that weren't even your fault. Sometimes you do. Maybe the bumper on the car was loose and might have fallen off the next day, but because you took the car and hit something, it was damaged already. You damaged it a little bit more, it fell off. It's your fault. You had no right to get behind the wheel of a car, any car, yours, his, hers, because you were drinking. No right.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. 17-year-old Ashley Bielefeld says former friend Christopher Jenneret drove her car without permission and damaged it. Ashley says Christopher took her keys while she was passed out cold.
Anything you want to say? Anything you...
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh.
I just want to make sure that the fact that he did ask for the keys, me and Ashley were sitting on the couch.
No. You weren't sitting on the couch, sir. She was standing by the futon.
That is the couch.
She was standing by the futon.
I'm saying we were sitting on the couch.
Well, so far, that's a different story that he just gave me.
That's my story. I believe...
Let's go. So you and Ashley were sitting on the couch. And?
Yes. And he came up, asked her for her car, and she said her keys were in my car. And then he asked me for my keys to see if he could go to the car and get her keys, which is what happened.
Well, but that's not what he just told me, sir. He told me that he saw the keys in her car after you had been joyriding in your car. So he knew where the keys were. You see, that's what he just told me. Maybe you're all a little blurred because you were drinking too much.
I understand.
Is that a possibility?
Yes, it is.
Good. Sit down. You want to say anything?
No, I'm all right.
Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $744.52. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I don't remember that night.
Well, yeah, we were partying and it did get out of hand.
They're obviously too young and irresponsible to be doing acts like this, drinking and driving, out running around.
What's done is done.
I want her to be able to put this behind her and move on.
We don't even talk anymore.
Not to drink as much, maybe.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Nelson versus Thomas. Step forward, please.
24-year-old nursing assistant Tritasha Nelson is suing her ex-boyfriend's wife, 22-year-old nurse Natasha Thomas, for vandalizing her car. Natasha is countersuing for harassment.
Are you Mr. Thomas?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're his wife?
Yes.
And Ms. Nelson, you have children. Father of those children is Mr. Thomas.
Correct.
It is your claim that his wife vandalized your car.
Yes.
Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. How long are you married?
4 years.
You have children?
Yes.
How many children?
2.
How old are they?
3 and 1.
And Miss Nelson, how old are the children that you have by Mr. Thomas?
2 years and 4 weeks.
Right.
Okay.
Other than the obvious, Miss Nelson, your car was vandalized when?
It was vandalized on the night of July 4th.
Just a second. July 4th of this year?
Yes.
Did you see Miss Thomas vandalize your car?
No, I was at home.
Mr. Thomas had borrowed your car?
Yes.
Do you have any proof that Mrs. Thomas vandalized your car?
He told me that she vandalized my car.
Stand up. Mr. Thomas, did you see your wife vandalize Miss Nelson's car?
No, ma'am.
Did she confess to you that she had vandalized her car?
No, ma'am.
Did you ever tell Miss Nelson that your wife vandalized her car?
No, ma'am.
What were you doing driving Miss Nelson's car?
Me and my cousin, we went out that night, and we used the car just to go out that night. And he told her before I got home, before I got there, I mean, that I guess they don't get along.
Sit down. Miss Nelson, has he been living with you or with his wife?
He's been living with her for the past, I mean, he was living with me around the time when I got pregnant with my second child.
And what about your first?
No, he told, well, that happened. They were separated. He told me that they were divorced. When I found out that they were still married, I was already pregnant with my first daughter.
So you knew he was a liar? You knew he was a liar when you got pregnant with your second child?
True.
That's what you get. Listen, you have no proof that she vandalized your car.
He told me that she vandalized my car.
He denies that now.
Well, I mean...
I don't know. I mean, he's a liar.
Exactly.
So when am I supposed to figure out when he's lying and telling the truth? Now he's telling the truth? He's talking to you and he's telling the truth?
Well, his cousin called and told me that she vandalized the car.
You can't tell me what his cousin... Listen to me.
Okay, well...
Well, listen, you're trying to talk over me? You can't tell me what his cousin told you.
Okay.
I just asked him, and he's been sworn, whether his wife confessed. He said no. If you want to be dumb enough to let him use your car, that's your problem.
Exactly.
That's your...
I know, I understand that.
Good.
But when he bought me my car back, he took me outside, showed me the damages, and he said that she vandalized my car. He came in the house, his shirt was all ripped up because she got thrown out of the club because him and her was arguing and fighting, and she told him that she was going to go outside and vandalize my car. She went outside and vandalized my car, and since then I've been telling her I want my car fixed. Yes, I have been harassing her, and because I want my car fixed, the police came and took fingerprints off the car. Every time they come to her house, she won't open the door because she knows she's guilty.
Miss Nelson, listen to me carefully. This is not a talk show. It's a court. You have no proof that she vandalized your car. She probably did it.
I know she did it.
Well, she probably did it. Why in the world you would let him drive your car, I have no idea. Why? He's a liar. He's a two-timer. He's married. You have 2 children with him. So, does that make you smart or dumb? Does that make you smart or dumb?
It was dumb of me again, the second one, but the first one, I mean, I didn't know.
Madam, listen to me. Were you married to him?
No, I wasn't married to him.
Then is there any reason why you should have a child with him?
Well, he shouldn't have lied about not being married the first time.
Listen to me.
And I wouldn't have.
You weren't married to him. Why are you having a child with him?
Like I said, I didn't know that he was still married when I had my first child.
He wasn't married to you.
So?
Go have your car fixed. Not by her.
Now, this is case number 242 on the calendar, the matter of Powell versus Jefferson. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Folks, have seats.
Ms. Powell, according to your complaint, you believe that the defendant had you falsely arrested on vandalism charges that came about as a result of your trying to save a parking space for your husband. Is that right?
Correct.
Mr. Jefferson says that you actually hit his car with your fists as he was trying to back into a parking space that you were saving. Is that right, Mr. Jefferson?
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm. Ms. Powell, what time did this incident start?
7 o'clock.
In the evening?
In the evening, on February 9th.
Where were you?
We were in Old Town, Sacramento.
Who was with you?
My 2 children, my husband, and my girlfriend, Connie.
Where had you been?
We were across the street having
a celebration for my husband's birthday.
Where?
El Terranza Mexican restaurant.
And I gather from your complaint that you have a van because you have another daughter who is 15 and who is in a wheelchair.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And that child was also with you on that day?
Yes, ma'am.
According to you, your husband went to get the van. There was a parking space across the street. You were saving it. You were saving it by standing in the parking space with your 9-year-old daughter.
Yes, ma'am.
And he pulls up.
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of vehicle was he driving?
A black car. I didn't see him until after he hit me.
Now, what happened, sir, when you got to that parking space?
I was on my way to work, pulled in the park where I always do normally. As I started to park in the parking spot, she stepped off of the sidewalk saying that she was saving the spot because it was a handicapped parking spot. And she kept pointing to the sign stating that I couldn't park there because it was a handicapped parking spot. I tried to explain to her that the sign isn't the handicapped parking sign. It's stating that there's handicapped parking down K Street. The arrow points down that street. At that time, I started to walk to my car because she was belligerent.
You have a picture of that sign?
Yes, I do.
I'd like to see it, please.
I do too.
I'd like to see it.
These three right here clearly shows the sign.
Your Honor.
Just a minute. Sir, is this in front of the bar?
Yes.
If I saw that sign, I would think that this is where handicapped people were supposed to park.
And that's why I had a picture taken of that, because it's showing the red zone and not a blue handicap parking.
I don't care. What I'm telling you is, if I saw this sign, handicap parking, with this arrow pointing in this direction, not in the direction, and not only that, there is a ramp here.
Right.
Right? I would assume that this is the place that people with handicap parking are supposed to park. That's what I would assume.
Okay.
Now, the fact that you work in this bar and you're accustomed to parking there and the cops let it slide, that may be. But if, as a civilian, they don't put handicap parking signs around and give you directions, handicap parking, go 2 blocks down.
However, what she stated is incorrect also. Her child in the wheelchair wasn't on the sidewalk. She was in the bar that we work at.
Just a minute. How did you know that when you were outside?
I didn't.
Quiet.
Quiet. I didn't know that.
You didn't?
No.
You didn't?
No.
All you know is she had a child with her.
I didn't even see a child. All I saw were people on the sidewalk. When I went to park, there was no one standing in the parking space. I started to back in. She stepped off the sidewalk at that time. If I'm not mistaken, this states in the police report also.
I want to tell you something. How often do the police come into the bar where you work?
Well, they patrol.
Answer my question. All the time?
They patrol down there, yes.
All the time. You know them?
I don't know them by name.
Do they know you?
They know I work at the bar.
Right. I think that this thing was all handled very, very poorly. It's irritating if somebody comes and holds a spot. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, I know you feel as if you had a legitimate reason for doing that because you had a child who had to be loaded into a wheelchair.
Yes, ma'am.
Unfortunately, he didn't know that at the time.
Okay.
But, Your Honor.
Just a minute.
I mean, this was during Mardi Gras, so it wasn't like it was just their little group on the sidewalk. There was hundreds of thousands of people in Old Sacramento at the time. So that's what I'm saying. Her standing there wasn't out of the ordinary. As the incident progressed, I got in the car, she went back up on the sidewalk. That's when I started to back to park again. She jumped back down. That's when she punched my car. I got out then, asked Shannon, well, she came out after the incident started. I asked her to go call the police. That's when the
Did you have
police-
any discussions with Shannon?
No. She had just
When
came
did you
out
find
of the
out
bar.
that her daughter, who was in a wheelchair, was in the place where you were working?
That was all after the fact.
Your Honor.
Yes.
He said that he never saw, or he was on his way to work, and he saw the parking space available. He's lying because when I was in the bar getting my soda for my handicapped child because she has diabetes, he was standing at the bar, and he had received some money. If this is the female bartender that works there, he received a wad of money from her, and he had a drink.
So what you're telling me is that he had been in the bar earlier.
Right before all this took place. Mr. Pate came in to the bar where I was standing and said, there's this parking space out in front. would you please go stand there so we can leave and load CR up? And I said yes. I went out and stood in the parking space. I did not know who this man was until he got out of the car, and then I realized that it was the same man that was standing right here on the corner of the bar and had a wad of money handed to him by a female bartender.
Is that your job? You're the female bartender?
Yes, I am.
Did you give him some money that day?
No, I did not. Can I?
Yes.
I was at the bar, bartending, and they had come in. The daughter was the daughter was in the wheelchair by the door. They were drinking. He was drinking shots of Jack Daniels.
Who was?
The gentleman over there.
Uh-huh.
I actually had cut him off, and she had already been
Now, this was
drinking.
not the Mexican restaurant
No,
that we're
this is not.
talking about?
It's La Terraza.
What
It's
happened to
across
the
street?
If you had just finished dinner at the Mexican restaurant, which is what you told me a moment ago,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
from the Mexican restaurant you were leaving, that's the impression that I got. Then I couldn't understand how you wound up getting a soft drink for your daughter, who was in a wheelchair, across the street at the bar. That doesn't sound right. It would seem to me if you were to put your hand down. You don't want to get up here. Trust me. I got a nose that's always right on target.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
I had cut him off because he had had too many shots already.
Oh, I believe that. I don't know if he's been drinking today.
That's not true, Your Honor.
I don't know if he's been drinking today.
That's not true, Your Honor.
I'm not sure.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Christina Powell claims bouncer Willie Jefferson assaulted her over a parking space. Christina says she was just trying to help her handicapped daughter.
I believe her when she said he was doing shots at the bar. I want you to understand that.
Your Honor, there was an hour span when we left the Mexican restaurant.
Right.
We walked around with the girls.
But then you went to a bar, and he was having shots. Right.
It also states, this is her statement that she made to the police.
Let me see the police report.
Saying that my husband had a shot and I was drunk.
And her husband also went to go pick up the van after I cut him off. So he went to go pick up the van to pick up the child, and I had cut him off because he had had too many shots already.
Oh, I believe that. I don't know if he's been drinking today.
That's not true, Your Honor.
I don't know if he's been drinking today.
That's not true, Your Honor.
I'm not sure. Well, you told the police we had been at the bar and we were getting ready to leave. My husband had had a shot and I was drunk.
Why would I say I'm drunk? I don't drink, Your Honor.
Well, it states right there you were in the bar.
Exactly. That's where I saw you, and that's how you knew that you were going to take that parking space away from me.
Don't speak to each other.
Sorry, Your Honor.
It wasn't your parking space. Don't you understand,
Absolutely
Mrs.
not,
Powell?
it wasn't.
It's not your parking space.
Exactly.
It's not your parking space unless you have a car there.
Exactly.
Now, I don't know whether you were drunk or not because this police report is suspect to me because it's been written over. And I'm not suggesting that you wrote it over. I'm suggesting that somebody changed it. Do you know what I'm talking about, sir? Do you know where I'm talking about?
No, I don't.
Well, I'm going to show you.
You can.
Because I've been looking at police reports
yesterday.
longer than you've been alive. I want you to look at both places where it says I was drunk, and you tell me whether it doesn't look as if something else was there before I was drunk.
This is my copy, yeah.
Look to you like there was something there before?
Yeah, like it's, instead of saying I, it said I'm.
It looks like there was something else before that you can't completely make out. Is that right, sir?
Yeah, there's a I.
Sure
It says I, and it says I'm drunk. That's what it looks like to me.
Can't
Instead
tell
of
because
saying
somebody
I was
changed
drunk.
it.
Like I
And
said,
I'm not
it's just-
suggesting you changed
Exactly, what?
it, but I'm suggesting that somebody changed it.
Okay.
In any event, I think that you both behaved badly that day. I certainly think you behaved irresponsibly. Sounds to me as if there was too much drinking going on in your family.
No.
Oh, yeah. I believe there was.
No.
Oh, I believe there was. I believe if he had one drink, and believe me, he had a lot more than one drink between the Mexican restaurant and the bar.
No, he
he had
did
no
not.
business getting behind the wheel of a van to come and pick you up.
If that was so, then why did the police officers let him drive away?
I haven't a clue. But I know that you were behaving irresponsibly when you came out of the bar and stood, according to you, in a parking space and got into an altercation with him. You were behaving irresponsibly. If you have 2 children with you, you're supposed to do everything that you can do to avoid confrontation.
Absolutely.
You didn't do that. Neither did he.
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
No, you didn't.
He hit me from behind. I mean, he hit me. I didn't even know he was there.
At that point, when you said that he hit you as he was backing up, you take your daughter out of harm's way. You don't put her back in harm's way for him to do it again. Only somebody that would do that is somebody who was irresponsible or drunk.
Your Honor, I thought he was leaving.
Oh,
I thought he
please.
got back in
Your
his car
complaint's
to
dismissed.
leave.
I'm not going to get anywhere with either one of you. You both handled the situation very poorly that day. And this court cannot resolve a situation that resulted in 2 people behaving very badly. You may have gotten the worst of it, but you both behaved irresponsibly. You as a parent with 2 children with you, and you driving a car that is capable of causing injury. Don't get into a confrontation with people over a parking space. You move on. You got it?
Your Honor, may I
That's
recover
all.
my
Period.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
The whole thing was fabricated. She was at the bar, her husband, and the kids.
He was already drunk, driving, picking up the child.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Barnett versus Jimenez. Step forward, please.
Teacher Eileen Barnett is suing her former roommate's boyfriend, 25-year-old electrician Adrian Jimenez, for crashing into her car and her home.
Miss Barnett, you know the defendant because somehow you live in the same house that his girlfriend lives in?
Yes, I rent a room to his girlfriend.
You're not going to have to say much because I really need the explanation from Mr. Jimenez. According to your complaint, your car is parked in front of the house. Mr. Jimenez was coming to visit his girlfriend. He pulled into the driveway, I guess, of the house and hit your car. Your car then proceeded to roll into the house, causing a substantial amount of damage to both your car and the house.
Yes, ma'am.
You're suing for both?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Mr. Jimenez acknowledges the fact that his car, according to him, tapped. Is that right, Mr. Jimenez?
That's correct.
Tapped your car, and as a result of that tap, it went into the house. He, however, says it is not his fault because you left your car in neutral and parked it in not a great spot. So therefore, she is responsible. Is that right, for her car going into the house? Now, I want you to be quiet, Mr. Jimenez, because I'm going to ask you a series of questions. You see that picture that's right in front of you?
Yes.
I want you to keep looking at it. I want you to stare at it, sir. Did it move?
Not yet, no.
How long do you think you can look at that picture until it moves?
Not long enough.
Now, let's say you take your finger and tap the picture. Just tap it a little bit. See if you can get it to... See how it moved?
It budged.
Just a second. You see how it moved?
Yes, I did.
All right. Her car may or may not have been parked in neutral. Her car may or may not have had the emergency brake on. That is not the reason the car moved. The reason the car moved is because you hit it. Do you understand? Like the picture moved, not because you were willing it to move, but because your finger touched it.
Okay, I even gave her money towards the payment, okay, for me to be able to fix it. I told her, my estimate, okay, for my friends, I can get it paid, work done for $100, give or take.
Yeah, it's just a minute. Go ahead. So?
Now, when I went to her and I gave her that money, and I asked her for a receipt, she didn't. She told me she wasn't going to give me one. What more can I say?
Can I see the photographs of the damage, please, first?
Okay.
He gave you $100.
Right here is the photograph of the driveway where he veered off right before he hit the rose bushes. That would be right before the
Could
house.
I see a picture of the damage, please?
Okay, and right here is rose bush damage. Damage to the house. That is the damage to the house. Mind you, the wood and the grate were not on there. They were put on there for fear of burglary afterwards because there was an open hole in my house.
Your Honor.
Due to the fact of my car, after being pushed by his car
Rose bushes.
into my house, took out the whole window. We had to remove the bay window.
Okay, now can I please see the cost of replacing the bay window?
Okay, this is the cost of the bay window alone without the labor.
Okay.
Okay, I'm having a relative install it, so...
Okay, shh.
Now, Your Honor, she was already having her house remodeled, okay?
When her car went into the house, did it go into the bay window?
Went right underneath it.
Did it break the window?
No, it did not.
It didn't?
And it didn't, and it already had the fence on it.
That is a lie, Your Honor.
Just, of course it is. You mean she just put this wood up in front of where the window was for no reason?
You know, I don't know why she put the wood there, okay? The railing was already there. The window didn't break, otherwise I would have seen glass.
That is another lie, Your Honor.
Okay.
Now, if my truck hit her car with the force and momentum that she
now,
says...
can I please see the damage to the car? Can I see photograph of the car damage?
I do not have the photograph for the car damage because I was under the assumption that he was going to pay for it. So it was already fixed, and then he denied payment. He told me to go ahead and get an estimate, and I went and got it fixed. And he's saying he can go to pick apart and fix my car for $100 when there's clearly a lot more damage to the car than that.
Because the
front bumper hit the
front of the car, and the right rear bumper was hit by his car.
Yes. So it was damage to both ends. And for $100, he smacked down the table. He said he could fix it and pick apart for that kind of
rear
damage.
Bumper, which is what I'm responsible for.
No, you're not.
Why not? That's
because hey.
That's what homeowner's insurance is for.
Listen to me. Listen to me, sir. You're entitled to the damage you caused.
I was parked halfway on the driveway.
So what?
I mean,
it's my driveway.
How many people, get out their car to go get the mail and leave the car running, in neutral without the emergency brake on? I mean, Your Honor.
People that were going to go back and get in the car to drive up to their house afterwards.
Listen to me, sir.
And if you park on a slope, you turn your wheel.
Listen to me, sir.
You don't aim it to your house.
Why did you hit her car?
I barely tapped it when I was trying to move around it.
You're so full of baloney. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $4,417. Listen, you do something wrong, you pay for it. She doesn't have to say to you, you and one of your street mechanic friends can fix my car, and she doesn't have to leave her window boarded up. You caused this accident. You. Just like that thing didn't move until you moved it with your hand. Her car would not have moved unless you hit it.
Your Honor, she was already having her house redone.
Period. So what? You just helped it along.
Hey, why didn't
you
I
helped it along?
For it, you know?
That's all. Step back.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of De La Fey versus Andrade. Step forward, please.
20-year-old salesperson Vonica De La Fey is suing her ex-boyfriend, 23-year-old warehouse worker Cesar Andrade, for the cost to furnish an apartment and for breaking the lease. Cesar says she kicked him out and he's not paying.
Miss De La Fey, it is your claim that you rented an apartment in your name, but it was for the defendant, who was then your boyfriend. You were not living there, but because he didn't have credit or some other such nonsense reason, you signed the lease on the apartment. And in addition, since the apartment had to be furnished, you furnished the apartment using your credit card. But you were not living there, you were living with your mother. Is this your mother?
That's correct.
But then, one day, after about 3 months, you just happened to be there. Got into a big argument with him, a fight, and the police were called. And you had the police put him out of the apartment.
That's correct.
They told him to leave.
That's correct.
You stayed in the apartment. You stayed in the apartment.
After he officially moved out, they told him to leave, but he did come back occasionally because he had nowhere to stay.
You called the police and told them to put him out of the apartment.
To ask him to leave.
Right. And they did. Put your hand down. Ultimately, he moved out totally. You want him to pay for the rest of the rent on the apartment and all the furniture, even though you have the furniture.
But I'm only asking for half. I have the furniture, but I'm asking for half.
Right. You want him to pay for half the furniture that you have. Now, after he moved out of the apartment, you did move into the apartment.
That's correct.
And according to you, and stay there for the remainder of the lease.
I did not stay in the apartment. I had my belongings, but I lived in Burbank. I went to school in Burbank, and I got a job in Burbank. So from Palmdale to Burbank, I did not always travel. I would stay there once in a while so that way people wouldn't think it's a vacant apartment.
Let me explain something to you. The moment you called the police and had the police remove him,
actually,
instead, does it look like you're losing? If it doesn't look like you're losing, then you're supposed to be quiet.
All right.
Because nothing that you have to tell me at this point would be quite as interesting as what I have to say to you. So if you listen, open up your ears. When you called the police and had him removed from the apartment, instead of you getting into your car and going home.
It was it was 2 o'clock in the morning.
I don't care if it was 2 o'clock in the morning or 3 o'clock in the morning or 4 o'clock in the morning. You get in your car and you go home. You didn't even have to have the police come. You just get in your car and go home.
He left in the morning, but he did not move out of the apartment. He left and did not move
madam,
out.
You treated it as if it was your apartment.
I furnished it for him. He was my boyfriend. Of
Good,
course,
then
I'm
you
gonna
pay
furnish
for
it
it.
for him.
Then you
but
pay
he
for
should
it.
pay for half of it.
No way. He doesn't have half the furniture.
It doesn't matter if he doesn't. I didn't want any of this stuff. This apartment was for him and his daughter. I have pictures. He played on my sympathy.
Let me explain something to you, madam.
Oh, what?
Let me explain. He might have. You have all the furniture.
He can have it. I don't want it. I have it because he left the apartment. I do not want
have
it.
all the furniture. You're suing him for money.
Half. Right.
No, for
half.
money.
Right.
And I'm telling you, you have the furniture. He doesn't have anything. He was told to move out by you of an apartment that you say you really was just on paper.
I didn't tell him to move out, to leave for that night. I did not tell him to move out. I did not tell him to move out. The sheriff said for him to leave in the morning but not move out. He still had his belongings there. He still lived there. Eventually, he just left.
Where's all the furniture now?
In my mom's garage.
I don't believe you. The case is dismissed. That's all.
This is case number 110 on the calendar in the matter of Zalaric Hire versus Southards. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated.
Mr. Larrick, it is your claim that you sold a car to the defendant and he refuses to pay what he owes on the car. And the second part of your claim is that he had an altercation with your daughter and he made false charges of assault against her. You're Miss Hire?
Yes.
How old are you?
23.
And you want to be compensated for these false charges. Mr. Southards says that the car was a piece of junk and the charges were true. So, Mr. Southards, you bought this car?
I made a $25 payment on this car.
Let's start with the premise, sir,
Okay.
that I'm older than you are and I know more.
Right.
So don't dance around with words.
Okay.
You bought a car,
Correct.
and after you bought the car, you made one payment.
Correct.
Now we're talking, Mr. Southards. When did you buy the car, sir?
12502 is when I put in my name.
Fine. And you gave her how much money?
Nothing.
What was the agreed purchase price?
$400.
And you knew Mrs. Alaric before you bought the car?
That's correct.
How long had you known her?
Approximately maybe 2 years.
Is this the first car you ever purchased?
No, ma'am.
How many cars have you purchased before?
I'd say about 3.
What were the terms of the payment that you were supposed to make to Mrs. Alaric?
I would give her $25 a month until I received my income tax.
And then you would pay her the balance?
Correct.
Good. You see how easy this is going to be?
Yeah.
You didn't expect it to be so easy, did you?
No.
Now, you said you made one $25 payment?
That's correct.
When did you make the $25 payment?
I'm not sure exact date.
When did he make the payment? You see, I knew you were going to get a turn.
He made that payment February 21st.
Now, when you got the title to the car, Mr. Southards, did you also take possession of the car?
Well, I had possession of the car beforehand.
You did?
Correct. Ms. Zalaric was not pressed for the money, as she had told me. She just wanted the car off her insurance and off the street.
Try not to volunteer any answers. It makes my job much easier. When did you take possession of the car?
In January.
Before you got the title?
Correct.
And you were doing some work on the car?
Correct.
Was the car running or not running when you purchased it?
It wasn't running.
So you had to do some work to put it in a running state?
Correct.
So it wasn't a surprise to you if the car could not be driven, that work had to be done on the car?
Correct.
Bird, this is like shooting fish in a barrel.
Take your time.
January 25th, then, not only did you have the car, but you had the title. You made a payment February 21st. Now, sir, I assume that you have received your income tax refund back. Is that right?
That's correct.
Why didn't you pay her the money?
Because the car was a lemon, and she had lied to me about nothing being majorly wrong with the car, when in fact it had a blown head gasket. And the muffler on the car, you could only get through the manufacturer, and that would cost $800.
How many weeks did you have this car, sir, before you got the title?
Maybe 3.
Well, in the 3 weeks' time that you had the car, sir, before you got the title, did you know it needed a muffler?
At that time, no, until I got it on the road to get inspected.
So you had the car, you were working on the car, you put it in a condition where it would run, go from here to here.
Correct.
But you couldn't tell it needed a muffler. What?
Yeah.
Either way, it doesn't look good for you, sir. Either answer. So why don't you just tell me the truth? Let's make it easy for each other.
No, ma'am.
No what?
I didn't think it needed a muffler.
Well, if you didn't think it needed a muffler, and you're a guy who's bought 3 used cars and was fixing them up yourself, what makes you think this lady, who probably the only thing she knows about cars is putting a key in an ignition, turning it on, and maybe turning on a radio station, what would make you think she knew it was a lemon?
I talked to her husband.
Her! You bought it from her.
Okay. I spoke to her and her husband, which was familiar with the car. They had problems with it before.
They had problems. It wasn't running, sir. What do you mean they had problems with it before? It wasn't running. You couldn't take it from point A to point B when you took it off their hands. Did you have it towed?
No, I pushed it.
You pushed it.
We're neighbors.
That's not the usual way you get a car from point A to point B, by pushing it. That would lead a reasonably intelligent person or a very smart fool to the conclusion that there was something majorly wrong with the car.
There wasn't anything majorly wrong as far as starting it. And Mr. Zalarak, when they had parked the car, which had been sitting there for about a year on the street, had told me that when they parked it, it was running.
When you bought it for $400, and we're not talking $4,000 or $40,000, when you bought it for $400, it wasn't running. And what year car was this?
82.
So the car is 20 years old.
Right.
You've bought 3 used cars before. The car isn't running. You have to push it from one place to another in order to work on it. You had it for 3 weeks. You played with this, you played with that, you put money into it, whatever, you finally got it running. She gave you the tags, and you went to have it registered?
Correct.
In order to have it registered, did you have to have it inspected?
Yes.
Did it pass inspection?
No, it didn't.
Oh. Is that when you decided not to pay her any more money?
That's not correct. No.
Well, when did you decide not to pay her any more money?
When I found out all the problems, you know, that came out of this car wasn't worth putting the money into. I mean,
now,
this
Mr.
car...
Southards, pay careful attention to me.
Okay.
How old are you?
I'm 22.
The plaintiff says, take the car, work on it. Don't give me any money. See if you can get it going. Is that about right?
No, we had a contract.
Okay, I'm going to look at it. You take the car, you take it to a mechanic, and you say, look at this car, tell me whether it's worth it for me to buy it, right? A 20-year-old car. If you didn't do that, that's your fault. Let me see the contract. That's not her fault. Well, this says he's supposed to put down $100. He didn't. No. You gave it to him anyway.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
They come in my house. I tell them to get off my property. I don't want you here. She ends up getting in my face and pushing me. They're tag team partners. They've done it before. This is a family matters.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Cassie Zalaric and her daughter, Adina Heyer, are suing their neighbor, Andrew Southards, for the unpaid balance on a car. Andrew says both ladies are obsessed with him.
Okay, so you owe him $375 for the car. That was the easy part. Now, let's get to the harder part. You claim that he filed false assault charges against you. I want you to tell me how that came about.
On February 25th, he came over to our house and got into an argument with my mother about the car because he didn't want to pay for it because it was a piece of he said. There were some things that my mother wanted to talk to his girlfriend about, so she proceeded to go down to her house. He followed us up there. He went in before we did. He pushed my mother out the door and slammed the door on her. We asked Heather, his girlfriend, if we could come into her house, and she said yes. She wanted to know what was going on. Andy was very outraged that we had went down there.
What'd you go down there for?
He's been harassing my daughter, trying to date her and all, when he's supposed to be with this girl engaged to her.
What's that your business? What's that your business?
Him harassing my daughter?
No. Him trying to date your daughter.
Well, he was also calling me, asking me if I thought my daughter would date him, and...
That's fine. The reason you went to his girlfriend's house is to make trouble, right? Right?
Right.
Because his girlfriend isn't a police officer. If he's harassing your daughter, what you do is you call the police. If you want to be a troublemaker, you go to his girlfriend's house. All right, but now you're there. You're at the girlfriend's house. Girlfriend invites you in, he slammed the door. Let me hear about these charges that he made against you.
He was screaming and hollering at me and calling me an easy, a skank. He was just very outraged. And the whole problem was because the week before, he was continuously calling me on my cell phone, calling my house, asking me to go out, and I told him no.
Why did you go to his girlfriend's house?
Because my mother went down there, and I wanted to make sure that everything was okay.
Your Honor.
I'll get to you in a minute. Okay. Now, is this where the alleged assault took place, at the girlfriend's house?
Yes.
Now you can tell me what the assault was, sir.
Okay. This is all out of revenge because I didn't want to mess with their daughter. They're both, I mean, they like me or something.
Get to your girlfriend's house.
Anyway,
I don't know why, sir. Get to the girlfriend. You're at the girlfriend's.
This is also my house.
Oh, your house, your girlfriend's
right. This
house.
is where I live. Okay.
Good.
They follow me down to my house. They come in my house. I tell them to get off my property. I don't want you here. They're tag team partners. I mean, they've done it before. This is a family matters. Anyway, they come in my house without asking anybody to come in. My girlfriend says, okay, they're here already. They're raising a ruckus. Neighbors are out in the yard. They're cussing, swearing. Yeah, I did call her those names, but if the shoe fits, wear it. I mean, hey, that's how I look at it. But as we get in the house, you know, that's my house. I had to say what I had to say. I told them to leave. You know, my girlfriend said, well, I'll hear the story, then y'all need to leave. They carried it on still. She ends up getting in my face and pushing me over a playpen, which my one-year-old daughter at the time is in. Okay, this is when I decided to call the police.
So she pushed you?
Correct.
What hospital were you taken to when she pushed you?
I wasn't taken to a hospital. The fact is, I almost...
What doctor did you see as a result of your injuries?
No doctor.
What medical treatment did you receive from EMS when they arrived at the scene?
Nothing. As far as assault...
May I see the photographs of your injuries?
No photographs.
What are you laughing at, you idiot? What are you laughing at?
It's a point that there doesn't have to be marks to be assaulted.
Yes, there does, sir.
Okay.
Yes, there does.
Then how?
Because an attempted assault means that you intend to cause injury. Why don't you be quiet?
Okay.
And pay attention.
Okay.
An assault means that you cause injury. If you touch somebody by way of a battery and you do not cause any injury, that is an attempted assault. So you had no injuries, is that right?
No.
And after you got pushed into the playpen, they left?
No.
They stayed and continued to argue?
Correct. After I asked them to leave, continuously.
All right, now let's get...
I have statements that have been notarized from a girlfriend.
I don't read statements notarized, sworn to, in blood.
Well, they couldn't be here to testify, so...
Why, are they in the military?
No. I mean, I have a child.
Just answer my question. Okay. Are you married to your girlfriend?
Not at this time. Planning.
And this is a house or an apartment?
An house.
Who lives in the house?
My girlfriend. We have 2 daughters and myself.
2 daughters?
Correct.
How old are the 2 children?
One's 4, and one's a year and 4 months.
Now, is there a lease in the house?
A lease? Yes.
Lease for the house?
Correct.
Whose name is the lease?
It's in her name.
Right. Who pays the rent on the house?
Both of us.
Does your girlfriend receive any state aid for the children? Or for herself?
No.
So she does not receive any public assistance or welfare for the children?
Not to my knowledge.
What?
Not
to your knowledge?
No.
I don't know. I don't know.
We can start back over.
I want to know if you've been living there for 2 years, sir.
Okay.
Can you explain to me why? Just out of curiosity, and I want you to understand.
Okay.
You're younger and better looking. I'm older and smarter.
Okay.
Explain to me why the house isn't in both your names. Is not an answer.
Okay. At the time, we were having a lot of disputes, and we didn't know if we were going to be together or not. So I was not trying to get stuck in a situation where I ended up paying on a house that I might not live in because of our relationship.
You still had children together. Who was supposed to pay for the children?
I take care of my children.
Oh, sure you do.
I do.
Oh,
That's my #1 priority.
#1 priority.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Cassie Zalaric and her daughter, Adina Heyer, are suing their neighbor, Andrew Southards, for the unpaid balance on a car. Andrew says both ladies are obsessed with him.
Okay. Listen, what happened as a result of these baloney assault charges that he filed?
I missed several of my classes in school.
Big deal. You had no reason to go there.
You
had no reason to go there.
Yeah.
You had no reason to go to his house, whether it's his house or his girlfriend's house.
Yes.
Whether they're playing hanky-panky with the government or not, who knows? You and your mother had no reason to go to the house, and when he told you to leave, you should have left. And whether you were charged with trespass or you're charged with an assault or an attempted assault, whatever, you weren't convicted of anything. So your claim for false arrest is dismissed. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
But you're entitled to your car money back, $375. Judgment for the plaintiff. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I don't want nothing to do with them, and they're obsessed with me.
There's no way I would ever want to be with somebody like him.
Phone calls from the mother and the daughter, how they want to get out with me, and, you know.
That's outrageous.
One time I was taking a shower, and the mom called and said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm taking a shower." She said, "Well, can I come over and help you?"
I just don't know where he's coming up with those.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Stavitsky versus Pickett. Step forward, please.
Homemaker Karen Stavitsky is suing her best friend's estranged husband, technician Tim Pickett, for an unpaid loan for an engagement ring.
Miss Stavitsky, the defendant became engaged and then married your best friend.
That's correct.
Is that your best friend?
Yes.
So you and the defendant were married at some point, or still are married, but in the process of divorcing.
Correct.
Is that right, sir?
Yes.
When did you become engaged, sir?
December 21st, I believe it was.
Of what year?
1999.
And you wanted to buy your fiancé an engagement ring,
Yes, Your Honor.
but you didn't have enough money, so that the plaintiff lent you some money.
Yes.
How much money did she lend you?
$1,678.95.
Is that the total amount of the ring that was purchased?
Yes.
Tell me about the conversation that you had with her with regard to her making this loan to you.
Well, we had come to an agreement that I would pay her $100 a month until the ring was paid off.
She was very nice.
Yes.
Well, the lawsuit is all about this. They got married. When did you get married?
June 17th of 2000.
And you were making payments on the ring.
Yes.
You still owe some money on the ring.
Yes.
And you say, I'm not paying for it anymore. Right?
Correct.
Get it from her. That's your position.
Yes, Your Honor.
Explain to me how that works.
Not long after the marriage, we were having financial difficulty, and Karen was aware of this, and we had talked, and she agreed that what I could pay her as often as I could, I would. Since the divorce was filed, I haven't been able to make any payments because of the payments that I'm making as far as covering bills and child support, and now Karen has filed suit against me for the outcoming of the ring.
Well, why should she be out the money?
Well, she shouldn't be out the money, Your Honor, but the cause of the divorce, I mean, my children were verbally assaulted, and I'm sorry, I don't stand for that type of treatment to children, so I had to leave the home.
Well, your wife's not the plaintiff in this case. She's the plaintiff. She was a nice person. She lent you money so that you could buy a ring because you were in love with this girl. You wanted to give her a ring. You said, I don't have the money. Lend it to me.
Yes, Your Honor.
She lent it to you.
Right.
And now you're in your answer. You say, I don't have the marriage. I don't have the ring. I don't get to look at the ring.
Well,
and therefore, I don't have to pay for the ring. Go ahead.
Your Honor, I've requested that the ring be given back or to be sold to pay off the loan on the ring.
I know that's what you requested, but why do you think that you're entitled to that?
As far as the wedding ring to me, Your Honor, it represents...
Engagement ring, not wedding ring.
Well, it's an engagement wedding ring set.
Okay.
Is honor, trust, which was broken in the marriage.
By her?
No. That's why I requested the ring back, so it could be sold to pay...
You don't get it back.
Ring.
You don't get an engagement ring back once you've been married. You get an engagement ring back if you're not married. An engagement ring is given in contemplation of getting married. It has always been my position that if the engagement is broken, whose ever fault that is, the ring goes back to the person who gave the ring because there's no contract. But once you get married, what you're suggesting is all those people who get divorced, the ex-husbands get back the engagement ring, whether they're married for a year or 2 years or 25 years or 30 years or 50 years, they get back the engagement ring. Is that your position?
Yes.
Wrong! How much does he owe you on the ring?
$978.95.
Judgment for the plaintiff, that's all.
This is case number 235 on the calendar in the matter of Holmson versus Miles. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Sir, have a seat, please.
Ms. Holmson, your claim is twofold. First, you claim that the defendant, who you were dating for a period of time, damaged your car, and he did it on purpose. He keyed your car, and then he damaged your sunroof and other parts of the car because he was angry. Second part of your claim is that he had agreed to pay for some medical tests for you, and while he gave you some money towards the medical tests, that's what he said, the amount of money that he gave you was not sufficient. But he said, I only agreed to give her $200. Any other tests that she did were tests that she decided to do on her own. Is that right?
Correct, Your Honor.
You also, Mr. Miles, acknowledge that you did cause some damage to the car, but you say that you did pay for that damage, and you're going to prove that to me, right?
Correct.
So, how long were you dating before you got into this argument with him?
I met him on Valentine's Day, and he did the damage to the car when he keyed the car in April.
April of what year?
Of last year.
So in April of 2001, he keyed your car.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Okay, we got in an argument due to, because we were dating, and a woman had called the home, my home. She said that she just got out of jail and that Steve had come to pick her up and she'd spent some time with him. So we got an argument over that, and I told him I didn't want to see him anymore, and he was drunk as usual. And he left, and I spoke with a neighbor. They said that they saw him.
Don't tell me what a neighbor saw.
Oh, I know. I personally didn't see it, but he laughed at me later to my face and said, ha, ha, ha. Okay? Later on, the woman had called, because he left when he was at work, he had left his cell phone at home, and I answered it. And it was the same woman. Well, this woman was all messed up or something, I don't know. She stated that she had had sex with Mr. Miles. That just hurt me so bad. So I told him that due to the fact that I found out that she was a prostitute and coming out of jail, that I wanted to be tested because I wanted to leave him, and that was only fair. So he admitted that it was his fault, but much in fact he owed me that he would take me to the doctor and pay for all doctor bills. When we went to the doctor, he didn't give me any money. I haven't received a dime. My doctor bills come to $790.50. And at the end of it, it was so ugly when he moved in with me in my apartment on Grant.
So you're rambling.
Okay, no. It's very, no,
You're rambling.
Okay,
all
but
right.
anyway.
So let me understand this. It's simple. Your car was keyed, but you didn't see him do it. And your proof is that he looked at you and laughed and said, ha, ha, ha. That's your proof. What other damage was done to the car?
He took my car drunk to the car wash. He obviously had pushed a button in the middle console.
When was this?
I'd say middle May, because we took the car into the shop.
This was after this woman called you on the telephone?
Yes.
You took the car with him? You let him take the car? Were you still
yes,
together?
Yes, because we had just got through moving. I was having a nervous breakdown.
Just a second. So you were still together at that point?
Yes.
And when did he key your car? What month?
April.
So after he keyed your car, you still lived with him?
Yes.
And then he took the car drunk in May?
Yes.
Do you drink too?
Occasionally,
yes.
But I don't drink and drive.
But you drink too?
Occasionally.
Yes. And you drink a little or a lot?
On occasions, I do drink.
How about today?
No.
How about today?
No.
What's the matter?
No.
What's the matter?
Just listening.
Okay. When did you go to the doctor?
6/12.
And when had you received the telephone call from this woman?
2 weeks prior, because she said he had to get some money to take me to the doctor. Well, after he'd agreed to pay so much money, the lab reports came back, and that ended up costing so much more money that he was unaware of, so I sent him.
And when did you finally separate?
He wouldn't leave the home because it's a law that you have to serve somebody and give them 30 days to leave. So I had to leave my own home and go to Alaska, leaving him in charge of my home and my animals. He destroyed my home, didn't feed my animals, wouldn't let my maids in to clean it.
Could you just tell me when you separated?
We separated when I returned from Alaska on July 9th. And, Your Honor, you can see that I need a follow-up because if something came back from saying that something was wrong with me, and due to the financial status that he left me in, I have been unable to return to the doctor to find out what is wrong with me. So I've lived with it for months, freaking out, thinking what is wrong, and I can't afford to go back because I'm a single mom. I just paid for my daughter's wedding and picking up his end of my rent.
Let me explain something to you. If you think you have something wrong with you physically, you take care of that before you pay for your daughter's wedding. Don't talk stupid. Don't talk really stupid, because these tests are over a year old.
I sent them to him. He refuses to pay me.
I'm not talking about him refusing to pay you. I'm talking about if you think that there's something wrong with you physically.
Your Honor, I don't have insurance, and I don't have the money, and it's cost a ton.
How much was your daughter's wedding?
$3,000.
You paid for that? You just told me?
She's entitled to that, Your Honor. I had promised her that.
That's great. That's great. But if you think there's something physiologically wrong with you, then you take care of that before you take care of anything else.
That's why I'm
anything.
So
don't be foolish. Don't be foolish. I mean, don't say stupid things to me, because if you say stupid things to me, it presupposes that I'm stupid. And I don't like people to think I'm stupid. Old, maybe. Stupid, never.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Don't care.
This is proof, Your Honor.
Don't care.
This is why I came to you, because I know you're very fair. And
I am very fair and very
speak.
short-tempered.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Karen Holmson claims ex-boyfriend Carrie Miles owes for damage to her car and for the cost of blood tests after he had an affair with a prostitute. Carrie is countersuing for defamation of character.
All right. Mr. Miles, I'm going to hear from you, sir. Let's start with the car.
Okay, I did not key her car.
Fine, let's talk about what you did to her car.
Okay, I did take it to the car wash.
When you were drunk.
No, I wasn't drunk.
What'd you take it to the car wash for, sir?
Because she wanted it to be washed.
Yeah.
So I had it washed for her, brought it back, left it at her house. I took off, went back home. She calls me up about 3 or 4 days later and says that she was out driving and the sunroof come off and that I broke the sunroof. I can't prove that I did or I didn't. I took responsibility. I took it down to the Porsche dealer. I paid $800 to have it fixed, and that was the end of the car situation. I would never touch that car because of that.
What about the medical test?
I did agree to have an AIDS test.
Stop playing with your papers. I can't hear him.
And when it finally came to an end, yes, it was a very bad situation. So yeah, she sent a bill. I have one bill here for $558, and then now she's saying it's 800 and something. No, it was not. I agreed. I paid $200 at the clinic when we went there for the test. Yes, I did agree for that. I did pay that, and that was that.
Would you ask him if this is his signature, please?
No, it is not. Or wait, yes, it is.
Ah. Would you read what that says?
It says, I, Carrie Stephen Miles, will pay Corinne $350 on Friday 18th and $25 and take you to the doctor on Tuesday the 22nd.
So did you give her $350?
Yes, I did.
Show me.
I don't have a receipt for it, Your Honor.
Well, show me a check.
I don't have a check for it.
So? Is this the note that he signed for you?
Yes, Your Honor. There's also another one stating that he would pay for all of the car and all of the lab.
Well, I don't have a note for that.
Is that okay that I reach in here now that he's not
Now
speaking?
now you
okay,
can do that.
thank you very much. Here's this, and here's also, oh, okay, here also is for the car damages, if she'd like to see that.
Sure, that note.
Could I give you a bailiff this, ma'am?
No. It's your signature, right?
Yes, it is.
Well, would you explain all that to me, sir?
Yes. At that time, when this was all coming to an end, I did write that.
Why? It says here
Because
that you promised to pay her $430 for the damages to the car, $50 because something that you owed her, for doctor bills for a full exam and lab work done, and will pay $400 and no cents for rent before July 1st, 2001. And then you signed it.
Okay, at that time, I signed it to get her out of my life because of the things she has been caused in my life. She sent flyers all through my work.
Just a minute. There you're coming to your counterclaim, sir. I'm going to get to your counterclaim in a second. You signed these IOUs, right?
Yes.
You stuck with them.
Okay.
Just show that to me at the beginning. I didn't have to listen to all this nonsense.
Your Honor, this is my car. This is for the car. My estimate is $6,200.
I don't care what the estimate is. $430 is what I have a note for. Period. Period. End of discussion.
But,
End of discussion.
This is proof, Your Honor. If you would read this further, because they fixed the car, they sent it back. It was malfunctioning. They did further research on it. They saw that he smashed it, so they had to get a whole new sunroof. And here's all the repeats. It's all in
Listen to
it.
me. Don't care. Don't care. This is what
it's my life and my
this
car.
Then you should have pursued your remedy sooner. This is what you have a note for.
This is why I came to you, because I know you're very fair. And
I am very fair and very
short.
short-tempered. Now, let's get to your counterclaim. Your counterclaim says that because she was very angry with you, put some flyers up around town that caused you a great deal of stress and discomfort.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have one of those flyers?
Yes, I do.
I'd like to take a look at it. Listen, there's not quiet.
And I also have a witness that was present at my work when they were put all through my work. At a bar that I was at.
Just a second. Now, this is a very, very nasty flyer. Did you do this flyer?
No, I did not, Your Honor.
Well, it is certainly nasty.
I bet he did it himself.
What?
He probably did it for himself.
Why would you say that? Have you seen them?
I don't know. Because he's already told me that I did this and that, and I haven't.
Listen to me. I'm asking you a question. Did you or did you not?
No, I
put
did
up
not.
a flyer of him?
No, I did not.
Okay. You have a witness that you say saw her put this flyer around?
No, that's seen the flyers at my work.
I didn't see her.
Didn't see her, no. It was done early morning when we were all inside working.
What proof do you have, sir, that she did it?
I have a letter that matches her handwriting there, and I also have, I know where that picture came from that she cut out and put on those. That picture was taken when we were out to dinner one night at a photo booth right by the restaurant we went to. And then she pasted my face onto those.
Where did this note come from?
She sent it to my house.
On the back of the bill from the doctor.
Right, because that's a note she sent to my house. And I also have a letter from my work stating that the flyers were put up all around my work.
Just a minute. You put these up?
No, I did not, ma'am.
You sure you did?
No, I did not.
I think you did.
I know that I didn't.
I think you did.
Your Honor, I also have a letter from my work stating that they were posted all throughout my job.
Let me see it. No, I think you did.
Could I look at could I look at what I supposedly did, Your Honor, please?
Sure can.
That is absolutely not my writing. That is absolutely not my writing.
Well, what about
without
the
benefit of a doubt.
Just a second. What about the letter? Is that your writing?
Oh, the letter is most definitely my
It's the
writing.
same writing.
This is, no, it is not.
Can I please have that back?
That is not, and I did not do that. The police called me up, and I was at home sleeping. I got a phone call from the Garden Grove Police Department in the morning, woke me up.
Okay.
I did not do that, and that is a lie, and I am not a liar.
Whether you did it or whether you caused it to be done, madam, I believe it is my responsibility to weigh by a preponderance of the evidence whether I believe that he has sustained his burden on his counterclaim. I believe that he has.
That is not my writing, and if you want to see me, that is not my writing.
Your Honor.
Go ahead.
I also have a witness. He's a fellow co-worker that was a witness that I had dropped my keys into the ocean. She had a set of my keys and would not give them back until I gave her money. That's one of the reasons I signed that thing. She still wouldn't give me back my keys.
I don't care why you signed it. You signed it.
You're correct.
Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
You signed it. Now, what were the ramifications of having these things posted around your job?
A lot of humor and a lot of humiliation.
Yeah, I think so.
They were around my work. They were at the local bar that I go to, and they were around my neighborhood. I work with 650 people, and probably half of them are women. So yes, it was
not nice. Absolutely not nice.
They had to pull people out of doing their job to go pick up these flyers all over the parking lot. Yeah, I almost lost my job. They were wondering what was going to happen next. They called me up to the front office, wondering should they get a security guard?
Listen.
What's up next?
Okay. You were in a relationship with this lady. It's clear to me you didn't do the right thing.
For 3 months, yes, I was.
You were in a relationship and didn't do the right thing.
Right.
Right?
Correct.
So there are certain things that could happen to you as a result of that. Right? You made her really, really mad. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
Really angry. As a result of that being really angry, she retaliated and did this. She's going to pay for that because as far as I'm concerned, I would have awarded her almost $1,800 on her claim. She's going to get nothing on her claim. She's going to get nothing on her claim because if the situation were reversed and you put these signs up around about her, and just because you're a guy and she's the gal doesn't mean that it's any less obnoxious, any less defamatory, any less vulgar. Yes, you did. Judgment on the counterclaim in the amount of $2,500.
Please check the numbers. These are my handwriting in figures. Look at how different they are. Look at that is my letter, but the poster's not. These are my figures. There is a phone number on there. Do they match my writing of the totals here? So, ma'am, please look at this because this is wrong.
Sure.
And
I will. Listen.
God,
my mind is open.
I did not do that. I would not do that.
My mind is open.
No, I have children and grandchildren, Your Honor, and I would not put that up. No way, no way. There's children that would have seen that. That is not right, and I swear to God I did not do that. I swear to God I did not do that, and they're not even close. I know that's not my writing.
All right. You have opportunity and inclination. You also have a picture of him. You also had a motive to do it because you were really, really angry.
It's not my writing, and that is my writing. That picture, I don't even know. I didn't even really look at the picture. I was looking at the handwriting.
Take a look at the picture.
And I don't even have a picture of him because he took them all and ripped them all up. He is the one that had the picture. And if I wouldn't know better, he took the thing, because that is not my writing. I mean, I wish you would call somebody in here to see the signatures, because the numbers, I swear, if you look at mine on where it says grand total, did you see the number? They're not even close
I
to
see
that.
I see the grand total.
It's not the same, and it's not fair, because I didn't do that.
Listen to me. You may not be satisfied. I'm satisfied.
Well, can't you see for your own eyes that it doesn't match?
See.
They don't match. It's not my writing.
Your problem is...
It's not my writing.
Madam, I'm telling you, I believe that you were so angry for a very good reason that you put up these flyers, and whether you wrote it or whether you had a friend write it or somebody else wrote it, this is what you did. And I'm looking, I'm reading. Do you want me to read what you wrote on this?
To say that I did
Do you want me to read what you wrote on this?
That's scandalous. I think he had those made just to do what he's doing right now. That's what I believe.
Don't make this uglier than you.
But I didn't do it. I
Live with you.
do it.
No, this is what you wrote.
Oh, I wrote that, Your Honor.
Oh, yeah, well, that's what I'm
Absolutely.
reading, madam.
Upset? Are you out of your mind? Yes, I'm upset. But I would never go to the fire department. I never did that. I swear to God.
I believe you did.
No,
and I'm not going to read this
because
this is too sick.
Because that's just right up
You have
his
my
alley.
verdict. Do you understand what the verdict is?
Yes.
Good. Judgment on the counterclaim in the amount of $2,500. Plaintiff gets absolutely nothing. Goodbye.
Parties are excused. Case number 118 on the calendar in the matter of Stutz versus Bailey. Parties have been sworn in. Judge, you may be seated. Gentlemen, have seats, please.
This case is like a mini-series. Mr. Stutz, you and the defendant lived together for a long time, and there were lots of pieces to your claims, because I have a claim, I have a counterclaim. The main part of the case is about a van that you claim is yours, that after you broke up, you had impounded. So now the van is in impound someplace. Is that right, sir?
Yes, it's in storage.
And you want the defendant to give you the title to the van so you could have your van out of storage. The defendant says it's her van, and she wants the van. Then you claim that she has some jewelry that belongs to you. She says she has one piece of jewelry that belongs to you that she's prepared to give back to you. And what is that, madam?
The ring his father had made for him.
Can I see it, Bert, please?
Sure.
So let's take care of the simple things first. Okay. Is this your father's ring, sir?
I can't see that far.
You can't see that far. I can see up close.
Yes, it looks like it.
Now you have it back.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Easy.
Thank you.
Now let's deal with the other easy part of this case. You were engaged to be married,
That's true.
and you gave her an engagement ring.
Yes.
And how much did you pay for this engagement ring?
Approximately $1,300.
You have the receipt?
No, I don't have the receipts. She has all the receipts to them. We had a joint checking account at the time. My mom left me a bunch of money, and I put it into account because I couldn't have a checking account. And so she paid for it, which was my money that was in the account. She paid for it with check. All the money that was put into the account was what my mother had left me. My mom left me approximately like $48,000, and it was all my money that was in that account. She had nothing.
Yes. I took care of his mother. She was dying of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Yes.
How long did you take care of his mother?
About 6 or 7 months.
Yes, she took care of my mother. My sister made her a deal. Paid her so much money a week, room and board. During the time she was there taking care of my mother, my mom still took care of her family, helped her mother out.
All right.
And everything.
Just a second. So what you're telling me is she wrote out the check for her own engagement ring.
Yeah, with my money.
Was it his money that paid for the engagement ring?
Yes, he put the money into the checking account,
All right.
and it was
Fine.
$1,000.
So it's his?
It was $1,000.
$1,000. Where's the ring?
It got stolen along with my VCR and some other stuff of mine.
When?
I'm not exactly sure. It was in my girlfriend's car.
Did you file a police report?
No.
Why not?
Because I had to have her. It was in her car.
So what? If the property was stolen out of the car, why didn't you file a police report?
Well, I didn't find out about it until later.
I don't believe you.
Well, it's true.
Oh, I don't believe you. How's that? You don't keep an engagement ring in a car.
No, she had my bags and stuff.
Did she have insurance?
No.
Then if she didn't have insurance, then you file a police report. Then you say to me, here's the police report. I listed it as an item that was stolen, and therefore I have some proof that it was stolen. So right now, sir, you're ahead of the game by $1,000.
Thank you.
On your claim. Now tell me about the van.
Okay, I bought, my mom left me money, and she had 3 wishes for me. I bought this van on approximately the October, when I got a big a big check from my mom's inheritance that she left me. And she was supposed to go register the van as me as legal owner and her as registered owner.
Why did she do that?
For insurance purposes.
Why? What's wrong with you?
My record isn't very good that
Why?
way. Because I had a couple tickets at the time.
What else, sir?
And that's it. Just tickets.
So you put the van in her name?
No, it was never finished in her name. What it was, she was supposed to go take it down there, and then when she left, after a big heated argument, she took the van, and just left. The next day I go down to the DMV to find out what's up. They tell me that she's trying to put this in her name. And so I says, wait a minute here, so the DMV puts a stop on it. And as my witness will tell you, he's seen the money exchange at the time.
How much did you pay for the van?
I paid approximately $3,300 for it.
Oh, okay. Now, what's your story about the van?
For one, he wasn't there.
Just tell me what your story is about the van.
Okay, when we were waiting for the house to go through probate, he lost his job. We needed money to pay the rent, and we sold the Volkswagen van so we could pay rent. And he said that he would buy me another van, and he was going to buy a truck. And he said...
All right, so you sold his car in order to pay the rent?
No, he gave it to me, and he kept saying, it's up to you, it's your van. If you want to sell it. I said, well, we need to pay our bills.
All right, let's go. Let's go. So now we went and bought the van. He bought the van with his money, is that right?
Yes.
Is that van titled now? Is there?
No, it's not. It's right through the middle of it all.
It's not complete, but I have the paperwork here.
Good. Can I have it, please?
And then there's some other jewelry that's involved,
all the
too.
paperwork.
That's it. That's it.
And Your Honor?
What?
Can I say something else?
What?
When I went to the DMV to finish the paperwork, and the police came and said that it was on the hot sheet, I said, yes, I reported it stolen because it was stolen from behind my apartment.
How long did you people live together?
Off and on for like 15, 16 years. When my mom died, I tried to make it work, and it just wouldn't work. I was tired of taking care of her and her family. We went through a bundle of money, and like 3 months, we went through a lot of money.
And I don't have any indication that he made a gift of this van to you. He bought it, he paid for it, and shortly after you got it, you took off.
When I left, Your Honor, he said for me to sign off on the RV, and he wouldn't give me any problems about the van.
That's baloney.
Oh, just 1 second, just 1 second. Hold on a second. Oh, here we... Hold on a second.
He was there.
Shh.
He was there.
Hold on a second. You bought an RV?
I bought this RV at the beginning of when my mom gave me a first $10,000 check. I bought an RV to live in because my mom, when she was in her dying bed, said to buy this so you make sure you have something to live in.
Just a second. What year was that?
2000.
And at that point, you'd been together with her 13 or 14
No,
years?
we really weren't together off and on. What happened was we got back together when she was taking care of my mother.
When he needed help.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
And when she got paid for it, I even took her to Mexico on a cruise.
So before that, you weren't living together?
No. We only actually lived together after my mom died for, 10 months or something like that. A relationship was just like that.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
He almost killed me when his mother was alive, and I told him if he laid a hand on me that I would leave.
I haven't touched you in over 10 years.
Listen to me. I'm not interested. Get over it.
And later today...
Have you ever known her to be psychiatrically hospitalized?
Yes.
How many times was she in a psychiatric hospital?
I really couldn't tell you. I'm so used to being incarcerated, so I couldn't tell you.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Merle Stutt says his former longtime girlfriend, Leylon Bailey, owes for the return of his van and the return of jewelry. Leylon says Merle has her belongings, too.
Listen to me. Give him the title to his van.
I was there. Your Honor, he was there.
I don't care. He paid for the van. It's his van. He was stupid to say, go put it in your... You put it in your name.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
No, he told me to.
Quiet. We don't have a long-standing living together for 15 or 16 years. You've known each other 15 or 16 years. You actually lived together for 10 months after his mother died.
We lived together before. And he almost killed me when his mother was alive, and I told him if he laid a hand on me that I would leave.
Then why did you go back?
I haven't touched you in over 10 years.
Then why'd you
tell
go
him in the RV.
Listen to me. I'm not interested. Get over it. Get over it. You cared for her enough to give her an engagement ring, right?
Yes.
And he bought me the van.
Yeah.
Yes,
right.
Yes, I'm agreeing with that.
Fine. And you get $1,000 for that because I don't believe her story for a second that it got stolen out of a car with a lot of other stuff without filing a police report because somebody has property that's stolen. You call the police and you say, this car was broken into and all my property was stolen. That's what a normal person does. All right. Now, You say that he has some of your personal property. What does he have of your personal property?
My microwave oven that my girlfriend gave to me.
Yeah.
He tried to give me an old broken down one.
Yeah.
And
What else?
my brass collection,
Stop it.
my angel collection.
What else?
And some clothes.
You have her angel collection?
She can have it all.
I want you to just pay attention to me.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have her angel collection?
Yes, it's in storage, and I'll give it back to her. So no
Pack
problem
it
at all.
nicely and give it back to her.
Yes.
Do you have a microwave that she had?
No.
Nothing else?
The microwave was given to both of
Listen
us to
to
put
me.
in a motorhome.
Anything else other than her angel collection?
I'll give her everything. I don't want none of her stuff.
What else do you have? I need to itemize it.
My mom gave her a rocking chair, which she can have, and the angel.
And my sewing machine.
And the sewing machine. She can have that, too.
What
Yeah,
else?
that's
So let's
all I
make it
took.
clear.
Okay.
Listen. The two of you, stop moving around so much. You're making me nervous. Angel collection, sewing machine, and a rocking chair. What else do you have, sir?
That's all. I don't know if the sewing machine and the rocking chair is in the garage, because I went in there, and she'd already been in the garage taking stuff out of it.
Do
so
you
we
have
to
the
ask her if she
sewing
took it
machine?
or
Yes,
not.
I got the sewing machine.
And what about the rocking chair?
I got the rocking chair. but-
Fine. So what we're talking about is an angel collection. 5 days from today, you make sure she gets
Oh, yeah, yeah. I will.
That's all. Thank you.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
The only reason I left was because he hit me, and I told him if he got physically abusive with me again. Oh,
never
yeah,
touched
you
you.
never tried to kill me, huh?
I took her to Mexico, spent money on her, bought her clothes.
He almost
Okay.
killed me when his
But long.
mother was alive.
Giving her family money, taking care of everybody. And I just got tired of it.
If they've been physically abusive once, they'll never change.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Charles versus Wooden. Step forward, please.
Production worker Phyllis Charles is suing her former friend, auto detailer Samuel Trell Wooden, for an unpaid loan for $1,000. Trell says Phyllis is lying.
Miss Charles, it's your claim that you made a loan to the defendant in the amount of $1,000.
Yes, ma'am.
The defendant says he never borrowed any money from you. Is that right, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell me what all that junk is?
This here is this outfit that he bought, and we bought an ounce from him because he said he was doing so bad.
Put it over there.
Thank you.
What did you make the loan for?
Well, he said that him and his girlfriend and his baby was going to be evicted.
Was he a friend of yours?
Yeah, we grew up in the same neighborhood.
Go ahead.
And after he told me that, you know, I was like, okay. And then my boyfriend said, well, you know, go on and loan the money. I said I would. He had a story like he needed $500 for his rent. He was going to move, which is why I didn't question it.
Does any of this sound right to you, sir?
I don't know what she's talking about, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
Well, that's what he told me in my house.
Was anybody else there?
My boyfriend was.
Step up here. Tell me your last name, sir.
Washington.
Mr. Washington, do you know the defendant?
Yes, I do.
How long have you known him?
A long time. Almost 20 years.
Well, do you remember this conversation in the house about money?
Yes, I do.
Well, look at me when you talk. Don't look at her. Tell me about when that happened.
But I think it was like in March that he had came to us and he was like stating the fact that he had needed some money for his rent. And at the present time, they were going to be evicted. Now, all of us is good friends, so it wasn't really no problem about the money itself. And so shortly after that, there, you know, he came and he took us to the bank. We got the money out the bank, and she gave it to him.
How much money did you loan him?
$1,000.
Let me see proof that you loaned him $1,000.
I have that where I drew $2,000 out March 1st.
Why did you take out $2,000?
Well, the other $1,000 was for me. I bought furniture, I bought a entertainment center, and I paid some bills and stuff. That's it.
Is this a checking account?
Savings.
Now, did he give you any of the money back?
$100. I ran it off, and I put when he gave it to me.
Let me see. Now you can explain to me what all that stuff is that you bought,
Okay,
because maybe it has a reason in this case.
Yeah, maybe it does.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Phyllis Charles says former friend Samuel Trell Wooden owes for a $1,000 loan. Trell claims Phyllis never gave him any money.
Go ahead.
Okay, first of all, he did come to the house, okay? And then about the end of April, I'll say.
After you had loaned him the money?
Yeah, after I loaned him the money.
Yeah.
He called my house. He wanted him to come and pick him up from Pet Boys. When he picked him up from Pet Boys, he came back with a bag with this outfit. And then I had him to call. And I said, why did, we call him Trail. I said, why Trail gave you, you know, the outfit instead of sending me my money? So he said, no, you calling, you asking. So I asked Trail, you know, you bought him an outfit and you didn't send me my money. Then all of a sudden I heard the phone just drop or hang up. So he called back. I don't know what was discussed between them on the phone.
Well, what happened when you called back?
No, he was like this, basically saying, you know, man, why is your woman, you know, calling my house with all that, you know, BS and stuff, man? I ain't with that. Won't you just tell that was like this gift, you know, because...
I don't understand the word you just said to me.
A gift.
I want to know what was the discussion that you had with him after your fiancé
when
gave
she
you
called,
a hard time.
When I called back, right, and he got back on the telephone, I told him, you know what I'm saying, man, what's happening? He said, man, look at him. Don't have your woman calling my house with all that bullshit. That's what he said. And so I was like, well, man, the girl want her money. You know, she hot about the amount about the money. You know what I'm saying? We bought the outfit, and I already knew it was going to happen like that, though. So then me and him, we further went to talking about the issue. Then that was it. That was the end of the conversation.
All right. Did you have that conversation with Mr. Washington? No, listen to me. I want you to remember the conversation that you had with Mr. Washington. Did you speak to him about having his fiancée call your house?
I did speak with him about that.
And you told him to stop having her call the house?
That's right.
And she was calling the house about what, Mr. Wooden?
That I don't know. It's just something she just come up with. You know what I'm saying? Calling my house, talking about some money that I borrowed from her. Number one, Your Honor, I don't have to borrow no money from them because most of the time I wind up, you know, like he going to jail, I'm bonding him out of jail. If she got $1,000 to give to me, why she can't go bond him out of jail?
All right, you had a conversation with Mr. Washington. Do you remember hanging up on the plaintiff?
That's right, I remember that.
Because she was bothering you about money.
That's right.
And you've known her for how long?
24, 25 years. I've been knowing her for a long time.
For a long time. So now she's calling your house and bothering you about money that she says you borrowed from her, that you owe her. Is that right?
That's what she's saying.
That's what she said. Now, in the 24, 25 years that you've known the plaintiff, have you ever known her to be psychiatrically hospitalized?
Yes.
How many times was she in a psychiatric hospital?
To be honest with you, I really couldn't tell you because I'm so used to being incarcerated. So I couldn't tell you.
Mr. Wooden, listen to me very carefully, sir. Do you know what I mean by psychiatrically hospitalized? In the hospital because you're nuts.
She is.
Shh. Have you ever been psychiatrically hospitalized?
ma'am.
Of course not.
No, ma'am.
Of course not. So she's not crazy.
Thank you.
So, Miss Charles, you've seen my courtroom before?
Yes, ma'am, I have.
So you know a few things. You know what I always say. If you're going to make a loan to somebody, you put it in what?
Writing.
Right! And you didn't do that.
Yes, ma'am.
Correct? So that
Yes,
was a big
ma'am.
mistake.
Right.
So you didn't learn really well.
Right.
So now you put me in the position of having to make a decision as to whether or not you loaned him money, because he doesn't say it was a gift, he doesn't say it was a payback.
Yes, ma'am.
He says, she never gave me any money, right?
Yes, ma'am.
That's why we put things in writing when we make a loan.
Right.
Because now I have to decide whether or not Mr. Wooden is a liar.
Right.
Or you're a liar.
Right.
Now, Mr. Wooden.
Yes, ma'am.
This lady you've known for 25 years, and she's not crazy.
She is crazy.
Shh, no.
About my money,
No.
yes.
She's not crazy. What she is angry.
For what?
Because you borrowed money from her, sir.
Nah.
Yes, you did. Oh, yes, you did. There isn't a reason in the world that I can think of, unless you can tell me the reason, why this lady who's known you for 24 years, or her fiancé who's known you for 20 years, would concoct this story about $1,000. She could have said, I lent him $2,000 because she withdrew $2,000 from her bank. She didn't say I lent him $2,000. She said she lent you $1,000. And he was a witness. And she kept calling you on the telephone to say, where's my money? And then, and this you verify, she got angry when you went and bought the fiancé an outfit,